the Phillies trade for Mike Trout? Should the Phillies trade for Scooble? Because you know what? Here, kids, the Phillies don't have what it takes to get either player. Spoiler alert, they don't have the quality of talent that it would take to get the two most sought-after players that could be available at the trade deadline. Now, there will be a lot of gas bags in this market. Hopefully they're not in this building that will tell you, oh, they should go get Scooble. They should go get Mike Trout. They can't get Mike Trout. Here's the reason. The Phillies have problems right now. Can they go to their minor league system and go get some top prospects? Somebody to call up that everybody would say, hey, this could solve a problem? Andrew was just talking about it. Hell no. It looks like the picked-over shelves at a Giant the day before a blizzard. They got no...
Fanatic in the Fanatic app.
Oh, my Lord, we're rolling on a Butt Rock Friday. Middays with Marks, 97.5, the Fanatic on the radio, on the app. Good morning. Good morning to everybody live on YouTube. Good morning. Our YouTube chatter, subscribe to 97.5thefanatic.com. Watch the show live every single day. Ray Dunn is most likely getting ready to depart for Jamaica, going to the airport. So he is off today. For him is Nick Earnshaw. Good morning, Nick.
Good morning, Marks. Good morning, Brace. How are you?
Don't say good morning to him yet because I haven't said good morning to him. As we say good morning to Sean Brace. Hi, Sean.
Yeah, learn the ropes, Nick Earnshaw. Let's go here.
I'm trying.
I kid.
The only other time what did you do early in the show the last time you worked? The only time you've worked with me here, yeah, you did something I had
totally
to scold
flubbed
you.
an update or something.
You had a bad update.
Oh, I go the other way. You said something that everybody parroted for like another month. What was it? It was about the San Francisco Giants.
Yes, I comped the Eagles to the San Francisco Giants of the 2010s, going every other year back to the
That's good.
championship.
It was something that Ray, the golden boy, the chosen one, all of the above. I mean, the guy is on such a hot streak these days.
Was it TV he was on last night or just the big screen?
Ray, the luck that Ray is having right now, dude, he's joining the Mile High Club on the way to the batch party.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know how he doesn't get laid down there, honestly. Seriously, with the run he's on?
Dude, he's going to come back. He's going to have dreads. He's going to be speaking a different language. He's going to be like Sean Paul. Just give me the light.
No, actually, I do know how he's not going to get laid. He's Ray.
Yeah, that's it. People don't know, though. What happened yesterday, he was used as a Jumbotron pawn.
Look-alike.
There it is.
So they'll have, I'm trying to think. So the person, I don't know who the person was that they compared him to. So it's a split screen on the big Jumbotron.
Okay.
On the one, it has a picture of something, normally some type of a character or a celebrity.
Yep.
And on the right, they have the doppelganger, the lookalike, right? So I'm trying to find it right now because you guys.
And I think I know who it is. It's from the Abominable Snowman, that Christmas movie.
Hold on, I have it right here. So it is Ray's being compared. So left screen, it says Cadillac lookalike cam. It's Yukon Cornelius.
Yes, there
who
you
is
go.
This, I don't know, Muppet-like character with a big red beard and a red cap, and his face is red and a red mustache, and he's wearing green.
He's from the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
And then,
That's what it is. Yukon Cornelius is from the. I was in the right.
from the original?
Yeah, the original.
Why would they do that? Why don't they just find some other friggin'
You could have went
bounty guy?
Yeah, I would have went bounty, but I guess then you got to worry about the whole.
It's not, and it's kids. I mean, I don't know. They could have went with a better looking redhead. But Ray in the picture, so Ray's in the picture looking at Fanavision, and you're never looking straight ahead. You're always looking like up and to the side because that's where it is. And he's got a big smile on his face. And then some blonde-haired curly woman in front of him is pointing, being like, ha, ha, ha.
Unbelievable. He's on such a streak right now.
Oh, Ray.
Yeah.
All right, well, hopefully he's okay down in Jamaica for a couple days. All right, so Phil's lose last night. Nola actually wasn't bad. I think with 2 earned runs, he did go up the home run, but that's what he does. But he kept him in the game. I'll take that Nola start every single time he goes out there.
It's an AQS?
Alvarado, it's an AQS.
All right.
AQS? Average?
Oh, no. Nola.
NQS.
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 I have it written down somewhere, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't roll off the tongue.
NQS. So that was
quality start.
That was an NQS for you yesterday.
It was better than that.
Ooh.
I mean, if you give up 2 runs, that's good. I said that with Nola, I'm fine with 4 runs over 5 innings. That'd be a Nola quality start. Anyway, Alvarado gives up 3 runs. They end up losing 6-4. Whatever. The big story remains kind of now the focus is gone from Andrew Painter. Now the Phillies are being looked at. And I thought Bill yesterday, because we started talking about Dombrowski on the show, and we were saying, like, all right, like, listen, I don't want to be disrespectful because Dave is a Hall of Fame executive, and he's had a lot of success, and he certainly has he done a good job with the Phillies. I don't think right now you can say he's doing a good job. But, yeah, he has, right? They've had success. They also have one of the highest payrolls in baseball. He better be able to do this. But anyway, Bill crushed him, especially early on. I don't know if he did it the entire show. I think he was pretty much doing it the entire show. But I said this back whenever Bob Nightingale joined us. Can we cue this one up there, Earnshaw? Just give me a second. When Bob Nightingale joined us, it was in the midst of this terrible run for the Phillies. Rob Thompson hadn't gotten fired yet, but he was close to getting fired. And I had zeroed in on Dave Dombrowski because I said, all right, Rob Thompson's probably going to get fired, and I have no problem with that. But he's not the problem. The problem is the roster construction. The problem is you can't find a right fielder. The problem is you signed Taijuan Walker and Nick Castellanos. Nick Castellanos was making $20 million to not be here. Adolis Garcia's out for the season now. That's $30 million on nothing in right field. You think about that, right? And then you look at the minor leagues now. You don't have a starting pitcher because of the depth in the minor leagues. Crawford's come up, hasn't been good. Painter was a disaster. The Phillies minor leagues aren't good, and their roster, they're going to make the playoffs. They have some good starting pitching, don't get me wrong, but has Dave Dombrowski done a good job constructing this team? And the answer is no. He just hasn't, and he should be on the clock. I'm not telling you if they win 93 games this year that he could be fired or he should be fired, but the clock's ticking. And the year after that he's got to win because this isn't going to get better. It's only going to get worse. And it's beginning to become where you need a different eye and you need a different voice and you need a different leader because it's not working for me anymore. He's made good moves. Kyle Schwarber signing him originally was a good move. Edmundo Sosa trade. Luzardo trade, I think, was good. He traded for Alvarado back before you knew who Alvarado was, but he also sucks now, and since he's not on steroids, and he's still signing him and bringing him back, so that's not a good move. Right, Taijuan Walker, Nick Castellanos, Trey Turner, is that a good contract? Adolis Garcia, Max Kepler, Whit Merrifield, JT to a 3-year contract. Bidding against yourself, Jordan Romano, Austin Hayes trade, Aaron Nola, right? Like all of these things, he's made a lot of bad moves, and he needs to correct it. Bader was also a good trade too. He needs to correct it. He needs to. You know what I need, Sean? I need a Jason Worth. When Pat Gillick signed Jason Worth, he gave him nothing. It was like $1 million. And he was bringing him in. He had a lot of potential, and Pat had him in Baltimore. But that was a great signing. You got real value for that, and then he turned into an all-star player. Where's the great value that the Phillies are getting from players?
Yeah, it's not really happening. And, of course, as we talked about with the bullpen, and shout out to Mike Meach, one of the favorite follows on the social media chain. He said, just came up with a nickname for our relief pitcher, Grand Theft Alvarado. He's stealing money. That's good. That's good. I like that. I would say, yeah, look, we went down all of the moves, as you just brought up there, and it's like, man, he's just got a hit. But it's such a fine line to steal a line from Dave Dombrowski because – it is. All it takes is one of those other guys to come through, and it would change the way you would look at this lineup entirely, in my opinion. I think if you were able to get some production from some of these guys that, let's just say a Garcia. Let's say Garcia was able to come through, had a double-digit home runs before he got hurt, was actually looking like he was a decent batter at the dish. You would feel a little bit differently about this lineup, about that move, because it was one of those solo moves that had the highlight on it from Dombrowski's perspective. But it didn't pan out. We know what took place. Taijuan Walker, you just went down the list. Castellanos, he's got to wear both of those. You're already starting off the season on a bad foot dealing with both of those. I don't know. I want to be fair about it because I think you look across the league, every general manager has hits and misses. But this is a World Series contender. This is a team that has championship aspirations, and Dombrowski's just not getting the job done.
It feels like they're wasting Wheeler and Sanchez, right? and Luzardo is your 3, if you have these 2 guys at the top of your rotation and you have big enough checks to sign guys like Bryce Harper, Kyle Schwarber, Trey Turner, man, you got to improve your team on the margins. You just do. And that's where he's really struggled. He signed Brad Keller. Helen Keller could have made the moves that the Phillies made.
That's true.
When you write the biggest check, that doesn't mean you're a great general manager. But like it's the Garcias, the Keplers, the Merrifields. Now, I'll tell you that Amundo Sosa was a good trade. Now, he gave up Jojo Romero, who's still in St. Louis and is a good player. That was a good trade. We're talking about a utility player.
Jojo Romero, the guy that I couldn't pick out from the picture with Dylan. Bad job by me. Mr. Red Bull.
Not really.
I got Romero right.
Did you?
That's not JC Romero, but yes.
I wish it was JC Romero.
Anyways, yeah, it's not good. And you saw it yesterday. You see it when they go up against the better teams. Unfortunately, you look at the Mets and you're like, all right, you got to take 2 or 3, as we said. But that wasn't a good start yesterday, that's for sure.
Nope. All right, we'll play you what Nightingale said, because I don't think Dave Dombrowski's job's on the line at all. They're going to win 90 games, right? Are they going to win ownership can't have the same knee-jerk reaction fans have. But if you're John Middleton, you got to be thinking, man, maybe Dave wants to go back down to Nashville. It'd be the perfect thing where he's like, you know what? Maybe it's time for me to move on. 610-632-0975. So that is the phone line, Sean. You can dial 610-632-0975. Also, the Davis Honda text line, where you can send text messages. We all do that. Or you can do the voice memo. So hit that little plus button. If you have an iPhone, leave the plus button, hit it, and then another box pops up that says audio, and immediately it starts recording. But just the text message number, 610-632-0975. Tell us what you think. Also coming up, Dave Dombrowski spoke about Andrew Painter and their plan for him, and he also was asked about Bryce Harper going the right field. Is that something that Bryce would consider? We'll talk coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5.
Now on 97.5, The Fanatic Sports Update.
The Phillies, they fall to the Mets last night. I'm Nick Earnshaw with your Fanatic Sports Update. The Mets took game 1 of the 3-game set last night, beating the Phils 6-4. Trey Turner left the game in the first after being hit by a pitch, and Phillies manager Don Mattingly gave an update after the game.
Fusion got hit in a tough spot and right above the bottom of the calf. Not a doctor, but towards the bottom where it starts getting in the Achilles. He was having trouble putting pressure, pushing off. And with Trey, with the history, some hamstring and other things with the legs, I think he was having more trouble. He said he had trouble on defense.
The New York Knicks held their championship parade yesterday, and estimates are saying, according to the NYPD, 2 million people were in attendance. FIFA World Cup is today. The U.S. plays at 3 p.m., and Brazil takes on Haiti in Philly. Make sure to tune in to Sean Brace at 6:30 for Fanatic FC. This update is sponsored by the McComb Group. Visit McCombGroup.com. The McComb Group supports contractors with one of the largest PVF inventories, from pipe, valve, and fittings to trusted brands. Count on the McComb Group to help you stay on schedule. Visit McCombGroup.com today. I'm Nick Earnshaw on your home of the Flyers, Sixers, and Union, 97.5 The Fanatic, and the Fanatic app.
With Lamar,
It's changed. You're right.
He's won the MVP and he's never made a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And Lamar's not 25 years old, right? Josh Allen, as far as I'm concerned, needs to start getting criticized. Because if you're going to hold everybody to the same standard, then guess what, Josh, you haven't been to a Super Bowl. It can't be the team's fault every time. Joe Burrow took a terrible organization to the Super Bowl, right? So Joe Burrow, just by going to a Super Bowl, kind of gets checked off that list. It's like, all right, you're not in the same. No, like Justin Herbert. What are we doing here? Justin Herbert's not in this rookie contract.
Nope.
Justin Herbert's lost how many big games?
A lot.
A lot, right? Is it all his fault? It doesn't matter if it's all his fault. It doesn't matter. It's the quarterback. And Justin Herbert, how many playoff games has Justin Herbert won? Has he? Has he won one?
Didn't he just win one?
I think he won one.
I know he threw a bunch of interceptions in that one game against Houston. That was a loss, obviously. And I think last year he was able to get a win, right? Let me pull that up.
All I'm saying is, at what point do these quarterbacks start getting criticized? Lamar Jackson's fair game. He's not winning the big game. That's a good organization. Now they have a new head coach coming in, and I like Lamar. The dude just needs to get to a Super Bowl. Period.
He hasn't won one.
He hasn't won it. Are you crazy? And when people talk about Justin Herbert nationally, oh my God, Justin Herbert. What a great quarterback. What a great player. Even the one time we were talking about him on the air after he lost the playoff game, it was like, oh, that's the offensive line. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
But where are the details on Jalen Hurts? The only details we worry about are Jalen Hurts. Lamar Jackson gets a little bit of it. All right, we're back. Middays with Marks. Nick Earnshaw producing, Sean Brace.
Yeah.
We have I believe it's our first time being the associate producer. Dutz is on YouTube today. He just insulted me. More on that in a second.
Okay.
Addison Songbird, not Songbird.
Oh, the rising star.
You know the Songbirds from Lean On Me? Not Songbird. It's Sondberg.
Okay. That's her name.
That's her name. The
Okay.
Songbirds from Lean On Me were the guys that rewrote the East Side High alma mater.
Sure.
And Sam's really wasn't a part of it, but he just tug along.
Okay.
Not Songbird, Sondberg. So she's answering phones and doing the associate. Negative Nate is maybe working afternoons or he's off, but anyway. So, and she'll make her debut on the show later on. Her and Nick Earnshaw are going to play the ChatGPT feud.
I'll tell you what. We got some good people in the mix, in the pipeline. Nick's a big star in his own right. And then I just stumbled into Addison's Instagram page 2 days ago.
You did?
Yeah. How about that? She's a
what-
rising star.
What does that mean?
It means she's got like ESPN in her
Oh, okay.
profile.
I didn't know if you were talking about like bikini photos or something. That you stumbled into.
No. I mean, I'm a creep, but you know, she emailed and I go, oh, that's her last name. All right, let me look her up. Bang, did, and she's very talented at what she
is. She's smart.
Yes.
It's going to be fun today. All right. So, so what was I even talking about? I don't know. Anyway, so we have Bob Nightingale. Oh, so real fast with it's Butt Rock Friday.
Yeah, Butt Rock.
So that's why you heard that. So
I want more Butt Rock.
You're going to hear all of your favorite Butt Rock songs from the 2000s.
Now, people don't know what Butt Rock is, John. They don't know.
have to intro it.
They don't know what Butt
What is
Rock
it?
is. Well, Butt Rock is what you just heard with Creed. Yeah. I'll give you the definition here.
A slang term for the hyper-masculine something hard rock that dominated radio airways in the late 90s and early 2000s.
Yeah.
Characterized by gravelly, throaty vocals, drop-tuned guitar riffs, and angsty, emotional, intense lyrics.
Yeah. It is mostly post-grunge 2000s. Yes. However, I still feel like some grunge can slide into the butt rock genre.
So I didn't put Limp Bizkit on the list because it's not really butt rock, but I wanted to hear it. But I didn't do it anyway because it's not butt rock.
The other night I put a Limp Bizkit song on the jukebox.
Limp Bizkit's great. I'm sorry.
Rearranged. All of a sudden the bass said boom, 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 and people were like, "The hell is that?"
There's three songs. Give Me Something to Break, Rearrange, and Nookie are all elite songs.
Yeah.
Anyway, so butt rock you'll hear today.
Yes, but it's our first official Butt Rock Friday.
I spent more time with the list than I did on anything else this week with the show.
That's fantastic.
So I sent them all to Earnshaw this morning.
So, he's not a butt rock type of guy.
Really? Here's what I learned about butt rock. I'm actually a fan of almost all the stuff I put in.
I liked a few of them. There's a few on the list that I was a fan of.
All right, well, you can grade each one.
I will.
So where does Creed stack up in the list? Are we looking at Creed as one of the top dogs on butt rock, John? Okay. All right. So we open up with one of the better ones.
Not that I never had a Creed. Not that people buy CDs anymore, but I never had a Creed CD or anything like that. But the hits, when you hear them, you can like them.
Dude, if Scranton had a sound, it's butt rock. This is what I grew up on. Fuel. Yeah. You just go down to, as you said, Creed, Nickelback.
There's a couple Nickelback songs. There's one. There's
Never
three doors down.
Yeah.
Three doors down. Just keep listening. Go hear your favorite butt rock songs. And then last thing, Dutz ripped my shirt.
Dude.
It's a Friday in the summer.
Yep.
What's a Friday in the summer to us?
It's normally Yacht Rock Friday.
Right. Because that's where we're headed.
Yeah.
Man, it's going to be, I got a busy weekend, but it is Friday, and at 2 o'clock, I am out of here, and I'm going to enjoy my weekend.
My man.
And that's how, so I'm dressed. I have a short sleeve button shirt that has pineapples on it. But it's reddish/orange. And I was just surprised because I walked out, and Dutz goes, "What the hell's that shirt?" And he had this look on his face of disgust. And I said, "What do you mean what's on the shirt? What do you mean?" He goes, "What is it?" I'm like, "The pineapples. You use pineapples?" He was mad. I don't know. I just thought it was a little odd.
Well, what's funny about the pineapple is it's a swinger thing.
I know. I was talking about it. If you have the upside down pineapple, it's supposed to.
Now, here's the deal. 5 years ago, 3 years ago, nobody knew that. Now, when you look at pineapples, I feel like everybody knows that, like.
Because someone puts it on social media, and now everybody knows everything.
Correct. Alex Morgan, you know who she is from U.S.?
Soccer player?
Yeah, there you go. Very, very good looking. And she posted a picture the other day on Instagram, because I follow her, with a hat with a pineapple on it. Every comment.
Right.
You're a swinger?
Well, that's how I know about it is I wore this shirt for the first time, and I got a bunch of swinger comments.
You got side eyes?
No, I didn't get somebody actually asking me for real.
What
I got
are
people,
you doing this weekend, really? What is going
No swinging parties, I can assure you.
Be a lot cooler if it was, man.
District softball games.
I feel like swinging is a Pandora's box that you don't want to open.
I don't even want to talk about it. That's how much
I would love to hear from a swinger out there if I'm right.
610-632-0975.
Lose my freaking mind. We better figure this out.
610-632-0975. We'll get to your swinging phone calls. All right. From swinging to Bob Nightingale.
Yes.
So I'm saying this. I'm going to put him on the hot seat. I'm putting Dave Dombrowski in the hot seat. His job's not on the line. It probably shouldn't be, but it doesn't mean that I can't feel like that he needs to do a much better job if the team's going to win a World Series. Because that's really the bottom line. If he does an A job, if he does a Howie Roseman job, you think about when the Eagles won the Super Bowl, Sean. You look at the 2 years they won the Super Bowl. The moves he made had major impact. How about Dave Dombrowski makes an impactful move that puts this team over the top? Instead, after the season's over, he's doing the "we got a good club" bit. Right now, I feel like he's trolling me at this point. It's so stupid.
C-word.
He's content, and he was. He was. No urgency at all. Hey, Dave, go out and do your job, and this team might win a World Series. If he did a better job, this team might have won a World Series or might have been back to another World Series. It's crap, and I'm tired of it. So here's Bob Nightingale talking with us. This was us. This is when the Phillies, before they fired Rob Thompson, when they were bad. Listen.
No, I think Dave Dombrowski is just safer than anybody in the organization. I don't think he's going anywhere. John Middleton loves Dave Dombrowski. I know he's going to be in the Hall of Fame one day. So no, I don't think Dave's job's in jeopardy. Not now, not to the end of the season. I think he can stay there as long as he wants to walk away on his own.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's in any danger whatsoever.
Yeah, I would tell him to walk away at some point. And I think, to me, he gets one more year. And the conversation is, listen, Dave, you've done a great job. Thank you. But, this is it. And I don't need him going out there, going all in next year and then screwing the team. The team's already pretty much screwed. But how about making a couple moves that pan out? How about instead of signing Garcia, sign somebody that can play? How about instead of signing Whit Merrifield for $8 million, you sign somebody that can play? Kepler. The list goes on. He's had good moves. He's had far more bad moves than good moves.
Fair.
Really bad moves, too.
That's fair. Yeah, bringing it back to the content angle, because that's I think what you could really read into, like what is happening behind the scenes, the conversation between John Middleton, an owner that we know wants to win, but has to be realistic, too, at how tough it is to get to the promised land, to eventually reach the mountaintop and win a championship. So with that being said, the fact that Dave Dombrowski said that he was content this offseason with everything, the roster construction, coming off of what they did last year, where they had no chance to win a World Series. In his eyes, I know he looked at it a little bit different than we did, but it's crazy because, all in all, I think behind the scenes, he's probably here and he's getting the job done. The ballpark's packed. They got a winning team. They put up another pennant out there in the outfield. They won the division. I know we don't want to hear that, but that's the reality. So for somebody that I got really fired up when he said it originally, and now talking about it, revisiting some of these disaster moves that he's had, answering the very basic question, what's the one move that he has made that's got this team so much better, that has raised our expectations? There hasn't been one. And bringing it back to what you said about Howie Roseman, like this, you only have so many opportunities to make your team better. Like if I'm a general manager, I look at that and I go, you know what? Where everybody's zigging, I need to zag. I got to get creative. I got to do this. That's what Howie Roseman does. That's what the greats do. Dombrowski, I hate to say it, did the game pass him by? Is he relaxing? Is he very content with his job? Apparently so. It's one of those things.
He's content.
Absolutely.
He's content. Alvarado was a good trade, right? I mean, you probably hung on to him. You should have just let him walk after this year. He could also turn it around.
I've always been a fan.
I want to say this, that just we're in the middle of June. There's a lot of baseball to play.
Oh, yeah.
So the judgments you're making right now, that's all we have to do is, and Alvarado just isn't this year. He got popped for steroids. All right, now he sucks after he comes off a steroid suspension. Gee, I wonder what was going on there. But anyway, I do have to, that was a good trade by Dombrowski because you really didn't give up anything for Alvarado. Kyle Backus, he's been on the IL. This guy sucks. He's not going to be any good. Tanner Banks, he already got sent down to the minors. Bowen looks like a good signing. Duran was a good trade. You traded a top prospect to get him. Does he get major credit for trading for Duran? I can't be like, yeah, great trade, Dave. You traded something to get the guy, to get a great closer. Doesn't make you a good GM. Luzardo, good trade. You're paying him $35 million a year on a new contract as well. I guess Luzardo was all right. You gave up deep prospects for him.
Yeah, and I give him a little bit more credit for the closer than you do for Durant. I just, he ended up getting him here, and there are other teams out there that wanted his services. So whatever he did to throw in to sweeten the deal, of course, the players make the ultimate difference. McAbe, a pretty good pitcher in his own right, but he's got to get some credit for that. I'll give it to him there. Look, when you're talking about Dave Dombrowski, big picture, let me ask you this, because he came in, turned this era around, or turned things around. They were in one of the longest, if not the longest playoff drought, whatever it was, franchise history of Major League Baseball, as far as present the day is concerned. So he was able to make the playoffs. They made it every year.
Yeah, 6 years ago.
There's reason for him to sit there and say, I'm content. But you can't be content if you're the general manager of a professional ball club.
There's zero reason for him to be content. They peaked how many years ago? And they've gone backwards every year, at least to where they ended. Oh, he's content because he feels like, well, I've done every move that I can. Now it's up to the players because if the players get hot, then he doesn't. He literally thinks that he did as good a job as anybody could have done based on the team last year. The ball just didn't bounce their way. No, but seriously, look at some of these other moves that he made. All right, and we're talking about the present day roster. I'm not even going backwards, and that's not counting Castellanos, who's costing you $20 million, and he's got to own that. You could have it. You spent $30 million on nobody in right field. Aaron Nola contract. I want to blame ownership for a lot of that, but that's a terrible contract. JT Realmuto, you bid against yourself. You gave him 3 years. JT Realmuto. That's not a good contract. You hung on the bone too long. Trey Turner's a bad contract, right? Justin Crawford, how's he looking so far, right? Young player. Marsh, very good trade for Marsh.
Oh, yeah.
You've gotten a ton of production out of him. He's played for a number of years now. Marsh is a good trade. Schwarber was a great signing. He's really had some good signings. He's had some. He's done more bad than good. How about that? Is that fair? If you look at his moves individually, he's done more bad than good, especially towards the tail end of things.
No, I definitely think that's fair, and it's hard to argue because when you do look at this team, it's real easy. You know what this team is based around. It's the big guys. It's the Schwarber, the Turner, the Harper. And then you go ahead and you look at all the other moves that he's made. It's real easy for me to sit here and say he's done more bad than good. I do believe that there's a lot of general managers in Major League Baseball. We would probably say the same thing. It feels like a really tough sport to be a GM in, right? It does. The haves and the have-nots. You know, you get these big-time players, and then there's very few guys that are under the radar. But at the same time, that's your job. I don't want to hear the excuses.
Howie Roseman wins a World Series with this team because he makes smart, effective moves.
And he's not scared either. It feels like Dombrowski doesn't really want to rock the boat too much. Yeah.
He's got the Thurston Howell the third pace.
Well, I think everything is all right over here in Philadelphia.
We're great. I don't know about Bryce. Meanwhile, Howie's obsessing in making moves and doing trades and everything else. But not everybody's going to be Howie Roseman.
Correct.
Now, Bill Colarulo checks in on the text line and says you don't get credit for trading for Duran because the closer you signed was awful. Romano.
Oh.
So what did they play Romano? Nick, was it $7 or $8 million or something
around
like
there,
that?
yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't $1 million, and he sucked.
Yeah, he was terrible.
So now you have to trade a real pitching prospect in Nick Abel and a real catching prospect in Eduardo Tait.
Well, Keller hasn't really worked out either. That's another
hasn't.
signing that really hasn't gone every way that people thought, right? Like
2 for 28?
Yeah, and then Keller, he was great with the Cubs, and it's different with relievers every year. You don't know what you're getting, so you're committing a lot of money to a guy who hasn't shown up for you either.
I do want to let me go back.
And that's Nick Earnshaw.
Yeah, Nick Earnshaw. Love it. But let me go back at Bill Colarulo on the text line. That was only a 1-year deal for Romano, correct?
Yeah.
All right.
But if Romano is league average, he's not trading for Duran, or you're not. They traded 2 of their top two real prospects for Duran because Duran's really good.
Yeah, I got a phone call last Saturday about it. Guy was like, "You want to revisit that trade?" I'm like, "Let's do it." Yes, I'm all right.
Well, here's the other thing. Like, you really need to give up that kind of value to get a closer. A lot of other teams are able to do it kind of year by year. Now, I understand getting the guy so you don't have to worry about it. I really actually love it.
Yeah, he's a stud.
He is. I love that you don't have to worry about that. But more creative GMs don't do that because they don't feel like they have to pay a lot of money like that for a closer.
What's his contract? Off the top of your head, do you know?
I think he's signed for the next
my bad.
2. I don't.
Right.
He's not making a lot of money. He's making decent money. He's not making a lot of money. Duran contract, 1 year, $7.5 million. So he's a free agent after next year.
Okay.
So he's got one more year of club control, and they have a good club.
We like those intros.
Yeah,
we really like what he.
So you have it for 1 more year, and then you see what happens, and I'm fine with that. But Mick Abel looks good this year, and Tait is at least going to be a major league catcher. So let's get Dave Dombrowski also spoke yesterday about Andrew Painter. I wanted to make sure that we updated on what's going on with Painter. Here is Dave Dombrowski yesterday.
Well, he's going to throw a couple sides to start off, and then we'll determine when you put him into the actual game. I don't know if it'll be a week or 10 days, but it'll be sometime in that time frame. Most of it's delivery-oriented is what it comes down to, because when he's done some things with his delivery, which is going more directly to the plate rather than spinning off, he's had more life. And you see it at times. He threw some pitches yesterday that were outstanding, but not on a consistent basis. So the feel is that when he does that, and he gets that effort going forward, his ball's got more movement. He's got more command of his pitches. His split works better at that time, too. So that'll be the goal.
Yeah, so he's going to go down and work on his mechanics and his stuff. And it sure doesn't seem like they're rushing him back up. Scott Lauber yesterday, and we had agreed this was his opinion, not what he was reporting. He'd said 2 or 3 starts. He didn't think that he would be down very long, and I totally disagree with it. I don't think he's going to have success at AAA. They're giving him, essentially skipping him in a rotation twice to give him work to work on these things, which is smart. He doesn't need to pitch right now. He's got to fix everything about the mechanics. He has to relearn how to pitch. He probably needs to. I saw someone yesterday, and it's something I talked about as well. He throws too many pitches. Throw 4 pitches, bro. He throws like 7 pitches. Throw 4 pitches, and you have to have some type of a fastball that has movement. If you want to throw the 4-seam fastball, which is straight, that's fine. But you got to have something else with velocity and movement.
My cliche is he's throwing, John. He's not pitching. He needs to learn how to become a pitcher at this point.
They said it on the broadcast.
Did they? Yeah.
And I shook my head and said, "You're right, Crucker."
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is the truth, though, right? It seems like he's throwing. He's throwing. He doesn't have a plan of action, plan of attack.
Isn't that most young pitchers at this point?
It's a cliche you can use on most young pitchers. That's for sure.
No, I don't think it's it.
Unfortunately,
I don't know if it's a plan. When he throws the fastball and he gives up home runs, he doesn't want to throw the fastball.
Yeah.
And then when he can't locate his secondary pitches and he can't throw for strikes, then you're walking guys, or you have to throw a fastball. The guys are mauling. It's easy to see. If you can't command your fastball, you're not going to have success.
Oh, yeah.
Period.
You said it yesterday, and I think you're spot on with that. I got to ask you, though, are we talking about a situation where it could be considered more mental than what we're giving it credit for?
Of course.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah, he kind of has you don't really know what's going on in his head anyway. He's kind of like nothing against his personality. I think his personality, he's just he's like kind of a goofy, I don't know.
He's got a hot wife or a fiance.
Yeah, man. Like
doing well.
You hope he goes down. I'm not going total crazy where he's never going to be good and he's never going to do it. Like, he's got to go down and do it. I'm not telling you that he's going to ever turn himself back into the top pitching prospect in baseball. I don't know if that's likely right now. Can he be an above-average starter in the majors? Yeah, man. I mean, that should be the goal. I don't know if he's going to be able to do that. No one knows if he's going to be able to do it.
I thought he was supposed to take over for Wheeler.
Yeah, man. They might. Dave's going to have to write another big check.
We have a good club.
Taiwan Walker's available if you need to sign him.
Lordy.
But anyway. All right, so that's that.
That stunk, though, yesterday. Just the Mets.
Yeah.
It's a bad ball club, and they come in here and take game one. I like the broadcast. Love George Brett, Mike Schmidt.
Good broadcast.
Keith Hernandez weaseling his way over. I thought he doesn't like Philadelphia. I thought he stays home.
Good.
But then he comes weaseling over and
until they give him $5,000 to come down and do the game.
He's stealing some shine off of Schmidt, Kruk, and George Brett.
It was not the game I needed last night against the Mets. I needed a win. I didn't need to feel like, now the Mets are beating us, especially when Aaron Nola gives you a good start. I mean,
which I didn't think we were getting after the start. I know I had some text messages that might have been a little early, but premature. What are you going to do? It's kind of like we know what Nola is. You proved me wrong. They need him more than ever. He might be the most important piece to the puzzle right now. Again, I have to temper expectations. We know. But the NQSs are needed right now, John.
No, I'm okay. So if he can go 5 innings and give up 4 runs, but he can be better than that too. He's not nearly as bad of a pitcher as the ERA shows. I don't think so. And I'm called a Nola hater, negative on Nola, and I'm not. I just see things before other people do, and then by the time they see it, then they're like, "Yeah, Nola's the worst. Release him." But I've been saying this for a year, and you called me an a-hole. Now look at you. So I'll go back and look at the tweets, and they do it. Saying things about my family and other things, and it's like, over Aaron Nola, he sucks.
Yeah.
Even your boy Luke got his panties in a bunch because I called him Joe Bland.
Oh, Luke.
And it was a compliment that I called him Joe Bland.
Yeah, think about it.
All right, coming up. If you're looking at the trade deadline and you're trying to improve this lineup, the best way to do that might be for Bryce Harper to move to right field. But it sure doesn't seem like he's interested. Should he do it? Dave Dombrowski spoke about it yesterday. We'll do that next. Middays with Marks, 97.5.
You know the saying up the creek without a paddle? Yeah. I love how everybody's like, go get Mike Trout, go get this guy, go get that guy, go get Christian Walker. What the hell are you going to trade for him?
Well, then that leads me to my next question for you.
Unbelievable.
When you look at their top 10 prospects,
yep,
talking about the Phillies, Aiden Miller still ranked number 1, although he's hurt. And number 2, quickly rising up the ranks, is Gage Wood. Would either one of those guys be untouchable for you at this deadline if it meant you could get that impact outfielder? Would you trade Gage Wood? Would you trade Aiden Miller? Because here's where I am, Ricky, before you answer. Mm-hmm. I'm very concerned about the future of the Philadelphia Phillies, right? I'm very concerned that the farm system has been depleted. But at the same time, I don't believe it's going to be Gage Wood that's going to make or break this team 3 or 4 years from now. Because guess what happens 3 or 4 years from now? You got a lot of old guys on this team. So you need to go all in now because it's your best chance in the next 5 years. If they don't go all in at this deadline and do everything possible to fix this lineup or fix the back end of the bullpen before Duran, maybe even get another starter, you're not going to win a World Series. And if you don't win a World Series this season, There could be a lockout next year. You might not have Zach Wheeler in 2028. Harper's going to be 2 years older. Schwarber's going to be 2 years older. Realmuto's going to be 2 years older. Trey Turner's going to be 2 years older. Like, you see where if you don't do it this year, the future does not look bright for the Philadelphia Phillies, and you don't have any prospects that are coming to save the day. So it's weird because I'm not sure, even if they go out at the deadline and they get an impact bat in the outfield or they get another reliever, that they're even going to be good enough to beat the Dodgers at that point. But I think you are forced, if you're Dombrowski, to at least try.
Should the Phillies trade for Mike Trout? Should the Phillies trade for Scooble? Because you know what? Here, kids, the Phillies don't have what it takes to get either player. Spoiler alert, they don't have the quality of talent that it would take to get the two most sought-after players that could be available at the trade deadline. Now, there will be a lot of gas bags in this market. Hopefully they're not in this building that will tell you, oh, they should go get Scooble. They should go get Mike Trout. They can't get Mike Trout. Here's the reason. The Phillies have problems right now. Can they go to their minor league system and go get some top prospects? Somebody to call up that everybody would say, hey, this could solve a problem? Andrew was just talking about it. Hell no. It looks like the picked over shelves at a Giant the day before a blizzard. They got nobody. Nobody's coming to save the day from the minor league system. There is nothing coming to help the problem. So if you don't have prospects that are ready to come up and ready to help you at the major league level, how do you think you are going to be able to get one of the top pitchers on the market or top players on the market? Especially one of the top players on the market who has every opportunity in his entire career to come here and play and has rejected it. Could have found his way here on his own and rejected it. Would rather play in anonymity in the shadow of Disneyland. No. What is the Phillies don't have it. You know who does? The Dodgers, the Braves, the Yankees, other franchises who are contenders that are right now, by the way, teams that are better.
First of all, starting the tweet with sorry Philly fans. Like, what are you sorry about? Like, what do we need to be sorry about? Like, the New York Knicks fans who
610-632-0975 and leave your voice memos. And we say the voice memos, it doesn't have to be on what we're talking about. In fact, we like non-sports voice memos.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we're still looking for a swinger. 610-632-0975. That would actually be a good voice text. Leave your name. It doesn't have to be your real name. And your location.
The ultimate Pandora's box.
I'm wearing a shirt with an upside-down pineapple. I am not a swinger.
Is there anything?
It makes me cringe to even think about doing that.
Yeah. For college football players that's betting on sports, don't open that Pandora's box. For married couples, do not enter the world of swinging.
I could see Ray being a swinger.
Didn't we have a former worker here that was a swinger?
Yeah, well, supposedly. I tended not to ask questions. It's like, okay, let me not know about that. Who are you talking about, Sean?
Connect the dots.
All right.
Well, let's talk about butt rock. Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
Yeah? Are they butt rock?
Yes.
Okay.
Good. By the way, butt rock doesn't mean you're bad. I don't want people to think that further it's like, oh, you're making like Foo Fighters is Foo Fighters is a great group.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Still doing it.
They're in Philly in August.
Wow.
I don't know.
I saw Dave Grohl he opened for Red Hot Chili Peppers Californication 01 in Raleigh. Dude climbed up this huge scaffolding and was hanging. He was the opener. They were the opener, as I'm using air quotes on radio. And, it's sun shining, and here's Dave Grohl just hanging 50 feet up in the air. Like, he's a maniac. Yeah, he's a madman. All boozed up on Jaeger.
Yep.
But he just had a kid out of wedlock. I don't know if you
Yes,
saw.
I'm sure his personal life's great. Yeah, I saw that. Believe me, when you said Dave Grohl, I'm like, yeah, he's something.
Isn't that part of being a rock star, though? You can't be
knocking up other women. I don't know if that's necessarily a prerequisite.
I think being you can't be a rock star, and it's like, well, I'm going to this PTA meeting a little bit later. I got to go to Little League. I got to,
Well, you're saying it'd be nearly impossible to stay faithful.
No,
when you're a rock star.
I was just saying to not be a creep, I guess.
Oh,
you're not cutting the grass. You're not doing the dishes. If you're a rock star, right?
No, you're a rock star.
You're a rock star.
If you're a rock star, you're a rock star. There's different rules for rock stars.
For crying out loud, Mick Jagger doesn't even wipe his you-know-what.
Well, he definitely doesn't now. He wears that adult diaper that we're talking about.
There you go. Nice.
Anyway, all right. So play the Dombrowski cut. Dave Dombrowski was it because we actually went off on this before.
Okay.
Bryce Harper's not playing right field. All right. Bryce Harper, we looked for this out earlier. I want to say like 6 weeks ago, something crept up and he was asked about it. And his answer more or less was like, he almost laughed at the question. And he said that, oh, all right, like if Albert Pujols in his prime became available to play first base, okay, for the rest of the year, I would move to right field. Other than that, he's a first baseman. But I know why Dave Dombrowski is asked, because if you look at the trade deadline, Adolis Garcia goes down. They really don't have a right fielder. So what's the move? It may be easier to find a guy that can play first base or third base, and that means Bohm could potentially move over. Really, you need a right-handed bat. And if you can find a right-handed bat that's a third baseman or a first baseman, it could really, really help this lineup. Let's face it, this lineup needs help. So Bryce Harper, would he consider moving to right field? They asked Dave Dombrowski. Here it is.
Would you rule out the possibility of acquiring a right-handed hitting first baseman and potentially moving Bryce back to right field?
I don't think so. I mean, we haven't talked to him about it. I know he's always been very open-minded to try to help the organization however he can. We haven't talked to him, and I really don't contemplate, because I really like the way he goes about his business at first base. I think of him as one thing we wouldn't do is keep going back and forth if we ever did that. I mean, I really, but I'm looking at him as being a first baseman.
Yeah, I mean, it's I agree with a lot of what he said. He's a first baseman. He's actually pretty good at first base.
Damn right he is.
I don't need him in right field banging into the wall, getting injured, doing whatever. For the most part, I agree with it. But in a short window like this, if you get towards the trade deadline and you have the exact same thing that's going on right now, which is your offense isn't good enough, you're struggling to find a right fielder, the right fielders that are available really aren't all that good, you're maybe doing an Austin Hayes or you're doing a Bader, maybe somewhere in between. Is that really good enough to make a difference and to win a World Series? Damn it, if there's an upgrade out there, and I don't need a friggin' future Hall of Famer or an All-Star, but if there's an upgrade out there that can play first base or third base, and now you can move Bryce to right field, he should be going to management and saying that. He shouldn't be downplaying it and being like, oh, well, you know, if it's like Babe Ruth can play first base and I'd move to right field for the rest of the season. I'm not talking about long term. I'm talking for this year. I think he'd be pretty selfish not to go to the ownership and not to go to management and say, listen, get me in right field. It wouldn't even have to be every game. He could be a part of a rotation. This lineup needs an impact bat. If the best bat is at third base or first base, they absolutely should move Bryce Harper to right field, and he should volunteer it. And it kind of rubs me the wrong way that he is so dismissive, and when he talks about it, he almost laughs at it. So they should move him.
Well, I think, and I hate to use this as the ultimate, deal breaker, but it's the reality of what we're dealing with when it comes to next year. Like the fact that there is going to be no Major League Baseball played, and you're going to have a potential year off. So then this team, this core continues to get older and at a rapid pace, not just 1 year. You're going to talk about all these guys 2 years older, right? If that's the way it plays out. And hopefully it doesn't, but I'm just going off of everything we're rated, okay? So that kind of changes my mind on this. I think you have to attack. And, yeah, to Dombrowski's point, like you're not going to ask Harper to move back out there, then come back to first base. 2 years is a long ways away. So right here, right now, if you said, Bryce, we need you to go ahead, let's just say Chapman is the guy, right? Because this is one of the reasons why we're talking about this. Chapman comes in, he could play third, Bum goes to first. Bryce, you're going to go out into the outfield. Like, in the grand scheme of things, yeah, I'm thumbs up. And I think Bryce Harper should be, and I think that this organization as a whole should be, because you are going to be better at this point in time. 2 years from now, we'll see what happens. Maybe you stick with Bryce out in the outfield, or you say, that's it. We're never going to ask him to do this again. He can come back to first.
Yeah, he's not going to have to play right field. I'm not saying to make it long term. But
correct.
I don't know, man. Like, how would you not be willing to do it? It couldn't be more clear. When did they start having a problem in right field, finding a right fielder? When Bryce Harper moved to first base. They haven't replaced him.
Correct. That is a great question. Yeah.
Right? When he left right field, so put him back in right field.
You stumped me on that. I was trying to think of. I'm like, I don't know if I could put my finger on that. But yes, you're right. When Bryce Harper moved, he's been tremendous at first base, and I just think it's all hands on deck. And I know it doesn't work like that. This isn't Little League. We're talking about the best of the best, guys that are making unbelievable amounts of money. But if there's going to be no season, everyone as a core is going to get older. You know you're not good enough to compete with the top dogs, and I don't think they're ready to say that just yet. That's another piece in this conversation. Bryce Harper, Dombrowski, they're not ready to say we can't compete with those teams in the first place.
All right, tell us what you think on the Davis Honda text line. Voice memo, 610-632-0975. We have an Eagles segment coming up next segment, okay? Continuation of the Jalen Carter conversations, because now a lot of the insiders are talking about Jalen Carter. All right? Mekhi Lemon had this catch, this viral catch. I don't know if you saw it. How are we with the Eagles wide receivers right now? We feeling good? A.J. Brown's gone. And also, something cool with Jalen Hunt. That's coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5. Morgenstern hair. Let's talk about it for a second. All right, so let's think about it. Your hair is starting to go. And you're like, I don't really like the way my hair is trending. And then you go a year, and it's like, wow, the hair's gotten worse. Don't wait. That's hair restoration in 2026. It's not just about a hair transplant. It's about keeping your existing hair. You don't have to replace it yet, so keep it. And that's why more men in 2026 start treatment earlier with the experts at Morgenstern Hair Restoration, because it's about prevention, topical treatments, medications, and there's non-invasive options that are designed to keep the hair that you already have. I use it. I'm over with the Morgenstern Hair team a couple times a year now. And it's about keeping the existing hair that I have. 3 locations in Pennsylvania, Ballard, Kenwood, Wayne, Lancaster, the same hair team that I've known for almost 15 years. 610-831-HAIR. That is their phone number. Say, hey, I heard John talking about you. 610-831-HAIR or morgensternhair.com. Morgan with an E, morgensternhair.com.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
The Phillies fall to the Mets. I'm Nick Earnshaw with your Fanatic Sports Update. This update is brought to you by Morgenstern Medical. Losing your hair and wish you could do something about it? Call the trusted team at Morgenstern Medical, because where you go matters. Call 610-830 care. The Mets took game 1 of the 3-game set last night, beating the Phils 6-4. Trey Turner left the game in the first after being hit by a pitch, and Phillies manager Don Mattingly gave an update after the game.
Well, they're calling it calf contusion towards the bottom where it starts getting in the Achilles. He was having trouble putting pressure, pushing off. Hopefully it's day off tomorrow. Hopefully he'll be good by the night game. We'll see.
The Fightins are back in action tonight. Christopher Sanchez is on the bump. The NBA draft is next week, starting on June 23rd, along with the NHL draft being on June 26th. FIFA World Cup is today. The U.S. plays at 3 p.m., and Brazil takes on Haiti in Philadelphia. Make sure to tune in to Sean Brace at 6:30 for Fanatic FC. This update was brought to you by Wendy's new Biggie Deals. Choose one of Wendy's new Biggie Deals for a pretty biggie deal. Gotta be Wendy's. U.S. price and participation may vary. I'm Nick Earnshaw, and you're home of the Flyers, Sixers, and Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
Let's do that. Now, Andrew Salciunas has the day off today. It is not because of a clip that went viral from our show last week about Jalen Hurts. He's got regular vacation, but he was getting ripped because he said his number one question for the Eagles this year is about Jalen Hurts' performance at the quarterback position with the change in offense, Sean Mannion now taking over. What is your evaluation of that? Is that your number one question?
My number one question for this team this year would be if the offensive line can stay healthy and hold up. And it's not a very sexy question, right? Like, if the offensive line isn't healthy, we can't get Landon Dickerson and Cam Jurgens and Lane Johnson back to health. I don't care what plays Sean Mannion's calling. They're not going to have much of a chance. The offensive line has to be better. It has to be healthier. They've been the foundation of that team for so long. They've been responsible for so much success. We're talking about elite, all-time Eagle talents. So I don't say this in a critical way, but I say it in a way in which the offensive line has had to play through some injuries, and it's aging. And are they going to hold up and hold together? If they do, it's going to be a great season. If they don't, it's not. To me, that's where it starts.
The San Luquito piece that came out with Carson Wentz, and
yeah.
So there was a lot of defense of Carson. I guess what I'm saying is, independent of Carson Wentz, does it feel like the Eagles have Jalen Hurts' back after everything that's been put out there in the media and everything?
I mean, I don't feel like they've run the bus over him, but I do remember when the Carson Wentz article came out. They went into a damage control mode. I think they had Carson meeting with some reporters afterward to give his side of the story and clear the air. And I don't know if their reaction this time around is a result of that, like a byproduct of, do we really have to do this every time? Because
it's really not necessary, or if it's because they just don't. I don't think it's because of their relationship with Jalen Hurts right now. I don't think that has anything to do with it. I think that they just, it's Philly. This is going to happen. Stories are going to come out. It's been coming out even before Carson. So you have like different people in charge now too. It's not Doug Peterson and his crew anymore. So I don't. I thought Howie didn't do the greatest job of
Mark's Brace Earnshaw. Did you like this one?
3 Doors Down. Yeah. Again, this is wheelhouse material, John, for Scranton, Pennsylvania. I forget the radio station. It was like the Mountain, 99.3, the Mountain. Not Jumpin' Jeff Walker.
Who's that?
The Jumpin' Jeff Walker was
the famous DJ in Scranton?
Yeah, he was 98.5 KRZ, which lasted forever.
So now you have me very interested because I believe it or not, I like studied small markets and medium markets, and I look to see what stations they have, and it's kind of sad because radio, especially music radios, kind of went
very sad.
Yeah, the opposite way.
Yep.
But I love those. I love the heritage rock stations where it's like 97.3. The Mountain. Ooh, Jumpin' Jeff Walker mornings.
Well, Jumpin' Jeff Walker was KRZ. They had Froggy 101, which I still believe is around, which is, that's. We weren't really big in country up in Scranton, but
they are now.
Yeah. Yep, nailed it.
Yeah, Froggy 101's still there.
Okay.
That's actually an Odyssey station. Actually, I think
I don't mean to be plugging anybody like that. I don't even know if they were still around yet. That was my bad. But
Froggy 101.
Froggy 101.
And what is What is it? Why is it Froggy? Because that's a radio brand. You'll see the Froggies in a lot of different markets.
Interesting.
What does the Froggy make it?
That's a good question.
It's not. You said it's not country.
No, it is country.
It is country. So Froggy is country. Okay, that makes sense. It doesn't make sense.
And that was forever. That one, if you're telling me that's still around, that's amazing. You're right, because it's sad, the state of this, of all things radio across the board, but you never know if these stations stick around. But that one, that was a mainstay from the beginning.
All right. And one thing on the commercial, the gimmethevin.com.
Yeah.
So easy, you can do it in your underwear. I think when I listened to it, and because Ray doesn't until the tag, because couldn't you see Ray in his underwear on gimmethevin.com?
It's probably in his underwear as we speak on the plane right now.
That's the tag is so easy you can do it in your underwear. And I can just see Ray in his boxers sitting on his couch at his apartment on gimmethevin.com.
Absolutely.
Ray, by the way, right now he's on a plane.
Okay.
He gave an update and he says, person next to me just took their shoes off.
Ooh.
So if I would need more information. Can someone text him and see if it's a female?
He's coming for John Clark. More posting on a vacation.
Sell us your car. GimmeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Wow.
It's not bad. Thank you, Matt.
Wow.
Matt Menard, our imaging director.
That's good.
It was almost as good as the...
No, the original's better.
I agreed.
Yeah.
It was bad. It wasn't bad, though.
Keep working at it.
But anyway, if you're a man, you can't wear flip-flops on a plane and then discard the flip-flops and just go, shoeless.
Hang on, I need 20. It depends. It depends how short of a flight. Where are you going? Because you shouldn't wear flip-flops on a flight. I am not here to argue that. But if I'm going to the Bahamas, I'm already in that state of mind.
He's going to Jamaica.
All right, I'm in that.
And he's flying to Jamaica.
Yeah, I'm in that state of mind.
I need to know what was on before.
All right, but here's the deal.
Woman. Okay.
And
There's a big difference between a woman without their shoes on and a man. Now, depending on the woman, sure.
Have you never smelled bad feet from a woman?
But an attractive woman, her feet are normally at least not disgusting.
How do you know she's attractive?
I don't. But I'd much rather have a shoeless woman than a shoeless man. Believe me, you don't want me. Like, if it's Addison or me and I have my shoes off, you're going to want her shoes off first than me.
I guess we should all live under the rule of keep your shoes on. However, if you're wearing flip-flops and you're on a plane, I don't have that much of an issue if you kick off your flip-flops.
Now imagine where those feet were, especially getting onto the plane. When you go through security, you got to take your shoes off. If they went totally bare feet on the airport ground,
their feet are disgusting. I mean, there's sanitary reasons why and the plane may be one of the dirtiest places in the world.
Absolutely.
Like don't ever look at. I dropped an AirPod underneath, like it got between underneath the airline.
Just leave
The
it.
seat. No, I got it. And I literally had to wait till people got off the flight because I literally had to go down on my face.
Oh, you had to wait for everybody to exit so you could.
So I could get to room to do it. Dude, I'm telling you, I've never seen anything like it. And my reaction was, you guys have never vacuumed under here. And they're like, nope. These planes aren't new.
You were yelling at the people cleaning the plane?
Well, they felt bad for me because it's so disgusting. I was like reaching in and like I had to get some type of I forget
Sticky
what it
crumbs
was.
and all that type of stuff.
You have no idea. They handed me some kind of stick, and then I was trying to like hit it so it moved over a little bit so I could grab it. And I finally got it.
Just bought new AirPods out of the vending machine. That's right out there by Chickies and Pete's.
These are legit.
Yeah, you would think about it from the kid perspective, right? Like when we flew with Lane and we were feeding him whatever just to keep him quiet. Crumbs were all over the place.
Dude, these planes are disgusting.
Oh, nasty.
When they come in and they vacuum it and clean it, good luck.
It's just maintenance real quick, throw some things together.
It's just for show.
Yeah, that's it. Just keep it moving. But keep your shoes on. I'm with you. But I don't have an issue.
An unattractive woman is what Ray said.
All right, then come on, sweet. Keep the shoes on. Let's go.
But going through security TSA, you have to take your shoes off, which is inconvenient. So I can understand the urge to want to have shoes that you can take off easily. And you're going to Jamaica. Let me just say,
maybe she was pre-checked.
It's possible. The fact that they're going to Jamaica makes me think differently about it too.
Yeah, because you're in that state of mind. So I don't have an issue wearing flip-flops, but you should still keep your shoes on. And, the worst is the people that will put the dogs up. Come on, man. Yeah.
No, you got to keep them down.
Yeah,
you can't be, you can't be displaying them.
Keep them down.
Is he in the back of the plane? Do we know? I've been lucky the past 3 flights I've gone on. I've had nobody sitting next to me.
Wow.
Because I go wait till the last second. I see what seats are available, and I buy the one in the last 2 rows, and no one picks that middle seat, so I pick a window seat.
Well, that's the yin and yang. You're now sitting next to the bathroom, and that stinks.
Yeah, but
literally, yeah.
Yeah, but that's I'm 3 rows in. I'm 25,
all right,
26.
I don't mind sitting at the back of the plane at all because I'm not one of these yutzes that stands up when the plane. So the plane's you make it to the gate. You're going to be sitting there for 15 minutes because you're in the middle of the back of the plane. But everybody got to stand up, and people are getting their bags. It's yo, you got 5 minutes, Holmes. Relax.
I got a fear of the back of the plane.
What, that if it got no crash, you would be first to die?
Yeah, because the back, when it lands its
It'll
rear.
smash the back.
Yeah, so I have a fear of being in the back.
Yeah, but cheaper, no one sitting next to you, I'll take it all day long.
But you're dead. So what are you going to do?
What's a chance?
Yeah, what are the odds?
These days? Yeah.
What are the odds? Yeah. Let's go to John. John and Manny Young, 610-632-0975. Our buddy John and Manny Young. What's up, Johnny boy?
Johnny!
What up, dudes? First of all, great show as always. I listen every day. I don't get to call as much as, behind the velvet ropes on Saturday mornings. But, I'm always listening, and I think you guys are the best option in the city. Clearly.
You're an adult. That's why it's not as easy for you to call.
It's true.
You used to call us when you were a young 20-something.
It's been probably 15 years. I was actually living in Manayunk. I've been John from Manayunk for 15 years. I haven't lived in Manayunk in a long time. But you got to keep the moniker, man. It's about the brand. Brace knows. Listen, as a lot of things do, sadly, come down to this. It's whether or not you're good looking. You can have your shoes off if you're good looking, guy or woman. And if you don't know if you're good looking, you're not. So that's the problem. If I see Brace manicures himself, he looks good, he's got a nice matching outfit, he's going to take his shoes off, and no one should have a problem with that.
I got a big zit on my forehead these days. It's killing me.
Well,
I think it's from these sunglasses I got, John. These sunglasses are just
big
killing
zit?
me. Yeah, big zit. It's right here. See it?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. No, you know what, John? You're right. And, honestly, I just think for men, even if they're good-looking men that have well-manicured feet, it's still disgusting. I have sandals on today. Is it okay for me to wear sandals in the office on a Friday?
Yes.
This is okay. I'm not. But on a plane, it's a little bit different because you're in tight quarters. It's can you bring?
You used to live in Hawaii, though. You just. Oh, that's all you have to say. I'm from Hawaii. We wear flip flops a lot. That's
right.
It. Just walk away.
But also, I don't wear shoes in the house, so I'm very much Hawaiian style. To where I walk in the door, shoes better come off. I don't need you walking around my house with shoes on. But also with the plane, because I've had people sit next to me eating fried chicken. They got chicken from in the terminal and we're eating fried chicken on the plane next to me. Like, are you serious? Do you have no self-awareness how disgusting that is, that you're sucking your fingers and eating fried chicken?
Oh, come on.
I'm not even kidding. I've had a combination platter in the same row as me.
Hello.
The airplane etiquette has certainly dropped off, as has the free agency signings of the Philadelphia Phillies. So as I do want to segue real quick, I heard you guys talk about Dombrowski. This is what got me to call. Got me angry enough to call into the show. Like, I've been saying this for quite a long time. The reason we lost was Craig Kimbrell. Who signed Craig Kimbrell? Dombrowski did. He signed Carlo Estevez. They blew it the next year, too. You bring in Duran. Okay, I'll give you a clap for that. After you brought in two closers that literally got us knocked out of the playoffs. He should have lost his job already. He should have brought in Bichette. He got cheap. We had to simultaneously hear a story over the year that Harry Callis' name was coming off for some corporate sponsorship, but we don't have enough money for Bo Bichette. Either go for it or don't. Cover the place with logos and sign more players, or stay traditional and then say, oh, we don't have enough money for stuff. Don't do both. They should have signed Bichette. They could have had Alonso. They could have went deep in the pockets for Tucker. I don't care. They had enough money for this crap. Oh, we're already top 5. Then go more. Then you don't want to compete with the Dodgers. You just want to
How about Dave does a better job at using those? Because and John,
Taiwan Walker.
Yeah, is it bad?
Gregory Soto.
Yeah, that was
Trimble. I mean, these are tens of millions of dollars, and you could have had Ketel Marte in a trade if you would have traded Painter. Painter was off the table for Painter. Look at this. You always trade the prospect. You get the good team. If we don't win a World Series with this club, it's going to be it's a good club, though. It's a good club. If we don't win a World Series with this club, it's going to be known as a failure. It's not going to be 93 Phillies with a nice, happy sentiment about it. Because, hey, we were just happy to be there. They should have won already. I love your show. Love you guys.
You know what?
There he is.
How do they look at it? How's this era looked at? If they make the playoffs again this year and then maybe the year after, they don't win a World Series, they don't get back to another World Series. See, I don't think you can say failure.
No.
But you don't look at it as
it was a good era. It was a good era.
It was a good era.
That's it.
That it's disappointing that you never got the World Series. But and you know what? That and John, you get this a lot from Phillies fans. They want ownership to spend more money. I cannot criticize ownership at all. They put out as much money as on as almost anybody out there year after year. The general manager is trying to do a better job. So look at Pat Gillick. Pat Gillick came in and he was asked to finish off the team. In other words, like, all right, look at what we're giving you. Ryan Howard, Jimmy Rollins, Chase Utley, Cole Hamels. But then he had to improve on the margins. So some of the moves he made was what put the team over the top. Ed Wade couldn't do that. He struggled. He would get Turk Wendell and Dennis Cook at the trade deadline, and they sucked. The guys that he would get trade for Jeff Conine, that wouldn't work out. But Gillick comes in, Matt Stairs, trades for Jamie Moyer, who was a great value as a starter. Joe Blanton trade. He added and he finished the team off. Dave can't finish this team off. Look at the team. Look at the current roster. Look at the current lineup. What can you say when you look at the Phillies' current lineup? What can you say where it's like, wow, like you can see Dave Dombrowski's imprint on this team? You can't, other than it not being good.
Yeah. No, it has a little bit of a Daryl Morey vibe to it, where it's like, yeah, he can sign the stars, but, the fringe players, you need those guys, the glue guys, to come through and produce, and you just can't get it. Now, is it Lockett? They have their rights, their reasons for these going after these players, and whatever it is, it's just not working out. You're not able to hit, and it would be such a difference for this lineup if one guy was able to come in and just contribute. One guy, think about it. That like I said, I brought up Garcia. If Garcia was able to hit the baseball better than 195 this season in the first 2 months, just think about, what that lineup would do, right? Like Crawford, and I hate to be unfair to him because he's a rookie. My expectations were a little bit low, but if he was a 290 hitter, just think about the difference in that lineup. Slim margins, man. Slim.
Makes all the difference, Sean.
Yep, it does.
So the Eagles feel any differently about the Jalen Carter conversation after yesterday? Because then you have people talking, and now it is. And I don't think this is realistic because I mean, would you trade Carter for let's pull up a Barstool? Would you trade Carter for Max Crosby right now?
Ooh, I'm thinking about it.
Earnshaw, would you trade Jalen Carter for Max Crosby right now?
No, I wouldn't do it. I would try and trade some of those picks and Nolan Smith to get Max Crosby to pair along Jalen Carter. But
a lot of money.
Jalen Carter.
It's a lot of money.
So now you got to pay Crosby. Yeah. He's going to want a new contract, or he's making a lot of money. Now you got to pay Jalen Carter if you're going to pay him.
Correct.
You're already paying Jordan Davis, And who am I making? And Grenard's making 17 or more. I think he's making $25 million a year.
And don't forget about them boys that are ready to eat next year.
And that's really should be the lead of it. Does that mean Quinyon Mitchell's not getting re-signed? Cooper DeJean?
Whoa.
You don't have one corner you need to sign. Then you have Cooper DeJean, who ain't going to be cheap. So is the defense going to cost you $200 million? Think about how much money these guys are making.
I love Jalen Carter. I think he's a wrecker. He's a guy that comes in and he's just a bowling ball in the middle. It's hard to stop.
I tend to lean towards Nick on this in that I know I said I would trade a first and a second, but I don't feel like Carter for Max Crosby is a fair trade for the Eagles.
Theoretically, you could have just Crosby and Carter on the line this year, and then if you didn't want to pay Carter, let him walk. And you still have Crosby, you pay Crosby.
Trade him. He's under club control for a couple of years. But anyway, the Carter conversation is not going to go away until he gets paid.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that despite what the sorcerer Bill Colarulo is saying, I do not have confidence he's going to get signed. And you know what? I'm fine with that. Let him be out there pissed off and motivated playing this year.
Just don't get behind the wheel. We'll be all right.
Yeah, we don't need it. Yeah, but also to your point, like let him have another year to see what he's doing off the field. Is he already coming in out of shape? Didn't Bill say that on our show?
Is Howie nuclear hot? Do we break down that term nuclear hot? Do you think like there is something there to the point that we're talking about nuclear?
That guy didn't text me back, which is kind of annoying.
Yeah, look, we know how people operate.
Got left on red,
especially June. June, it's
no, I know, but like we could have brought him on, and he just could have said like yes, I've been told that the Eagles are very interested in remain very interested in Max Crosby, and I believe he's going to be traded. Now, there's probably 5 teams because that's what he said. He said he knows that the Niners and the Eagles are nuclear hot, and then he said there's 2 or 3 other teams that are definitely in on him. I think like that's I agree with that.
Yep.
He's a really good player, man. So you would have to ask yourself: is Crosby getting? Do you think he's getting 13 sacks this year if you traded for him? That's what you're looking for. You're looking for double-digit, not 10 sacks, 13 sacks, 14 sacks.
Yeah.
And by signing Grenard, isn't that need already kind of filled? Not that he's not as good, but you're paying him number one money.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's what it comes down to. And again, just having the barroom discussion, Max Crosby for Jalen Carter. I can see it, and I understand the logic. I don't want to move off of Jalen Carter, but damn, Max Crosby is the real deal. You're talking about guys that can get after the quarterback. That's the ultimate difference maker. But I'm not foolish to sit here and tell you that Jalen Carter doesn't leave his imprint every single snap, even though he is not getting to the quarterback, not getting the sacks. Excuse me, he's getting to the quarterback, not getting the numbers and the back of the football card. So Max Crosby would be great. It'd be an unbelievable addition. You never know what's real, and the difference is Howie Roseman does not sit on his hands. Howie Roseman, even though he's won a Super Bowl, multiple Super Bowls, even though he's been to a Super Bowl and lost, even though they continue to win the division, he is not content. There's one thing that Howie Roseman is. That ain't the C word, Holmes.
It's not Dombo.
No, definitely not. Real quick, though, staying with the Eagles, I want to give a shout-out, John. Do we do shout-outs? We don't do shout-outs.
We could start.
All right, let me give a shout-out. Jalix Hunt. This is cool stuff here. According to Luke Arcani from Instagram, he was able to snap both of these. But Jalix Hunt, these fan pages. Look, I got the Club Hurts, right? So these fan pages start, and on Instagram. So there was a fan page by the name of Jalix Hunt _enthusiast on Instagram. Guess what? It was a high schooler. All right, well, that's one thing. Fine. But Jalix Hunt, cool. He appreciated it so much, the player, Jalix Hunt, that he went to the kid who created this social media page, Jalix Hunt Enthusiast. He graduated from high school. Jalix Hunt went out there to support him as he was walking yesterday. How cool is that? Now, Nick, I believe this was Jersey?
I believe it was Jersey.
Okay, I thought I saw you tweet. Somebody said it was South Jersey. So I think that's the case out here. But, man, that's pretty cool. Very cool. Shout out to Jalix Hunt. You got to support the people that support you.
You're damn right.
That's what I tell my wife.
Doing good work in the community, as somebody once said.
That's right.
Thoughts on the Eagles wide receiver situation as we were removed from A.J. Brown? Because everybody was mad at A.J. Now that you've calmed down a little bit.
I got something. I think I was wrong. I know I'm wrong. Eli Stowers ain't going to be the guy. It's yeah, no. It was a hot take. It was a warm take.
You've calmed down?
Well, it was one of those takes that the 13 personnel, And, of course, the tight ends and what they're doing all across the league thought that Stowers could come in and have a really impactful rookie season. Mekhi Lemon is unbelievable.
Yep.
I am getting I'm salivating watching these videos. The feet, dude, the footwork. Yeah, let's see them, dog. Mekhi Lemon can get on an airplane with no shoes on. Those feet are so fast, twitchy. I'm curious because you see the comp. We've heard the comps, but when you see him on the field, weaving his way through routes, like who do you see? Yeah, I'm on Ross St. Brown. That's exactly where I'm at as well.
Plays with that kind of chip on his shoulder, too.
Dude, he's in and out of coverages.
I studied his film.
Did you?
Oh, yeah, on the projector.
Big.
I mean, on YouTube.
Run back, you rewind.
No, the dude plays with purpose and with edge, and I love it.
Might need a jersey. Speaking of jerseys, don't get rid of those A.J. Brown jerseys.
Yeah, so what do I do? Because who's now 11?
It is Jahad Campbell.
Jahad Campbell, yep.
But I can't replace. Hollywood Brown needed to be 11, but who wants to wear a Hollywood Brown jersey?
That would have been
Mekhi Lemon's number 9. What are you doing with your Foles jersey? You can't put the tape over the
No, Foles.
Heck no.
Foles goes into the lock or to the closet. You can't touch that. No, you don't. No, that is so disrespectful. Like I have a Malcolm Jenkins jersey. They could go out there and sign 27 with the first-round pick. You can't tape over that.
Do we love that he's number 9? I know Foles gave him his blessing, but I don't love that he's number 9. I felt like that number should have retired. That's just me. It's just me.
They should retire Nick Foles'
They're not
number?
retiring Nick Foles'
Wait,
number.
they're
come
not.
on.
They're not going to. But you think they should?
It was essentially retired for how many years?
Yeah, but it's not anymore.
Because he got the blessing.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's great. To your point, Randall is unofficially retired. So if you're going to unofficially retire numbers, why not retire them? Because when he's dead in 50 years, you can use 12 again.
You can't retire Nick Foles' jersey. And I love Nick Foles, and you got a tattoo of the guy in your back.
They should not retire Nick Foles' jersey, and Donovan should have never had his number retired.
Oh, come on.
It's
Number 5 will always love you.
No, he's not deserving of have his number retired. He bullied his way to getting the number retired. He made it one Super Bowl? You retire his number? He threw up in a Super Bowl. That's a retirable number?
And you're not going to give it to I would give it to Foles over McNabb.
You retire a number if you're a bona fide Hall of Famer, no doubt about it. Harold Carmichael doesn't have his number retired. Wow. He's in the Hall of Fame, but it's like, all right, is he it's better than Hall of Fame. Doc, retired. Lane Johnson, retired. BG. Who's more of a friggin' Philadelphia Eagle, BG or Donovan? If you're setting the bar with Donovan, then you got to retire all these guys' numbers.
Yeah, that's the slippery slope. You're right about that.
Oh, my God. Get someone calling and give me he's the best quarterback in franchise history.
He's a quarterback. He's a quarterback, though. He was drafted.
Why can't you just be a good player? He does not deserve his number retired.
I get down with that.
If anybody wants to fight me, 610-632, I would love to have the conversation.
It's Butt Rock Friday, baby.
It sure is. More of your Butt Rock favorites coming up next. The Chat GPT feud's coming up at 11:45. Middays with Marks, 97.5.
Hey, but first, it's Sean Brace here, and I want to see you on Monday, June 22nd, at Morgan's Pier for Modelo Match Nights with 97.5 The Fanatic. The action kicking off at 5 p.m. I think we got France and Iraq taking place at the Link, which is now known as Philadelphia Stadium. So come on out to Morgan's Pier and join me 4 p.m. to grab a seat and settle in before the match begins. Then from 5 to 7, we catch all of the soccer action, enjoy the unbeatable waterfront atmosphere, and raise a couple ice-cold Modelos with fellow fans along the Delaware River. I might even jump in if I hit my bet. You never know. Morgan's Pier will be serving up $25 Modelo buckets all event long, and we'll have exclusive Modelo and Fanatic giveaways while supplies last. That means Modelo boot, glassware, is pretty cool stuff there, stickers, T-shirts, and koozies, all that and more. Plus, you'll have a chance to win U.S. men's national team autographed jersey. We got posters, and the Fame John Paul's Ball. Don't add an S on that one. Whether you're coming with friends or looking for one of the best places in Philly to catch the match, this is where you want to be. So I'll see you Monday, June 22nd from 5 to 7 p.m. at Morgan's Pier for Modelo Match Nights, presented by Modelo and 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
The Phils look to even up the series with the Mets. I'm Nick Earnshaw with your Fanatic Sports Update. The Mets took game 1 of a 3-game set last night, beating the Phils 6-4. Christopher Sanchez will be on the mound for the Titans tonight as they look to even it 1-1. Trey Turner left the game in the first after being hit by a pitch, and Phillies manager Don Mattingly gave an update after the game on Trey's status.
Well, they're calling it calf contusion towards the bottom where it starts getting in the Achilles. He was having trouble putting pressure, pushing off. Hopefully it's day off tomorrow. Hopefully he'll be good by the night game. We'll see.
We will see. Hopefully, Trey Turner will be back in the coming days. Seems like it from Don Mattingly. The NBA draft is next week, starting on June 23rd, along with the NHL draft beginning June 26th. This update was sponsored by the McComb Group. Visit McCombGroup.com. The McComb Group supports contractors with one of the largest PVF inventories, from pipe, valve, and fittings to trusted brands. Count on the McComb Group to help you stay on schedule. Visit McCombGroup.com today. I'm Nick Earnshaw, and you're home to the Flyers, Sixers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic.
With Lamar,
it's changed. You're right.
He's won the MVP and he's never made a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And Lamar's not 25 years old, right? Josh Allen, as far as I'm concerned, needs to start getting criticized. Because if you're going to hold everybody to the same standard, then guess what, Josh, you haven't been to a Super Bowl. It can't be the team's fault every time. Joe Burrow took a terrible organization to the Super Bowl, right? So Joe Burrow, just by going to a Super Bowl, kind of gets checked off that list. It's like, all right, you're not in the same. No, like Justin Herbert. What are we doing here? Justin Herbert's not in this rookie contract.
Nope.
Justin Herbert's lost how many big games?
A lot.
A lot, right? Is it all his fault? It doesn't matter if it's all his fault. It doesn't matter. It's the quarterback. And Justin Herbert, how many playoff games has Justin Herbert won? Has he? Has he won one?
Didn't he just win one?
I think he won one.
I know he threw a bunch of interceptions in that one game against Houston. That was a loss, obviously. And then I think last year he was able to get a win, right? Let me pull that up.
All I'm saying is, at what point do these quarterbacks start getting criticized? Lamar Jackson's fair game. He's not winning the big game. That's a good organization. Now they have a new head coach coming in, and I like Lamar. The dude just needs to get to a Super Bowl. Period.
He hasn't won one.
He hasn't won. Are you crazy? And when people talk about Justin Herbert nationally, oh my God, Justin Herbert, what a great quarterback, what a great player. Even the one time we were talking about him on the air. After he lost the playoff game, it was like, oh, that's the offensive line. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
But where are the details on Jalen Hurts? The only details we worry about are Jalen Hurts. Lamar Jackson gets a little bit of it.
You know the saying up the creek
without a paddle?
Yeah. I love how everybody's like, go get Mike Trout, go get this guy, go get that guy, go get Christian Walker. What the hell are you going to trade for him?
Well, then that leads me to my next question for you.
Unbelievable.
When you look at their top 10 prospects,
yep,
talking about the Phillies, Aiden Miller still ranked number 1, although he's hurt. And number 2, quickly rising up the ranks, is Gage Wood. Would either one of those guys be untouchable for you at this deadline if it meant you could get that impact outfielder? Would you trade Gage Wood? Would you trade Aiden Miller? Because here's where I am, Ricky, before you answer. I'm very concerned about the future of the Philadelphia Phillies, right? I'm very concerned that the farm system has been depleted. But at the same time, I don't believe it's going to be Gage Wood that's going to make or break this team 3 or 4 years from now. Because guess what happens 3 or 4 years from now? You got a lot of old guys on this team. So you need to go all in now because it's your best chance in the next 5 years. If they don't go all in at this deadline and do everything possible to fix this lineup or fix the back end of the bullpen before Duran, maybe even get another starter, you're not going to win a World Series. And if you don't win a World Series this season, there could be a lockout next year. You might not have Zach Wheeler in 2028. Harper's going to be 2 years older. Schwarber's going to be 2 years older. Realmuto's going to be 2 years older. Trey Turner's going to be 2 years older. Like, you see where if you don't do it this year, the future does not look bright for the Philadelphia Phillies, and you don't have any prospects that are coming to save the day. So it's weird because I'm not sure, even if they go out at the deadline and they get an impact bat in the outfield or they get another reliever, that they're even going to be good enough to beat the Dodgers at that point. But I think you are forced, if you're Dombrowski, to at least try.
Should the Phillies trade for Mike Trout? Should the Phillies trade for Scooble? Because you know what? Here, kids, the Phillies don't have what it takes to get either player. Spoiler alert, they don't have the quality of talent that it would take to get the two most sought-after players that could be available at the trade deadline. Now, there will be a lot of gas bags.
It's another team. Pulisic in the box. Weston McKennie into the middle. It's an own goal. It's the United States on the board. Less than 7 minutes in.
All right, we're back. So on the 11 o'clock hour, I'm told it's sponsored by somebody.
That's right. It's brought to you by DraftKings. John Marks. Be sure to stick around to hear what DraftKings has to offer. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Use promo code Fanatic for all your new users. And, oh, by the way, while you're there, USA, USA, USA. World Cup. We got the
3 p.m.
Yeah, baby. Second round of group stage here. And it is USA and Australia right here on a DK. And you can get USA minus 160 on a three-way action. You get the draw plus 330. Australia is a tough opponent. They won. Look, this is a huge spot for USA. If they win today and Paraguay draws or loses, USA wins the group and moves on. Pretty cool stuff there. So we're off and running here. Why not? Dream big. That's where I'm at mentally. So I'm all about USA. I think they get the job done, though. I really do.
I'm excited. Do you remember when Gonzo? It's not in the system anymore as I looked. But Gonzo, the Vine Gonzo, so which you were the producer of.
We were live.
What was it that there was a goal? Was that?
Dude, this is crazy because you think about it. It was 2010. It was the World Cup. Now, in 2010, I really didn't give a damn about soccer. I remember I argued with Pat Gallen. I'm like, I just got so much going on. I don't care about soccer. So the World Cup happens, and the only person at the station that cared was Gonzo. And he did the 2-hour show watching this TV right here in that chair. And it was late. It was like one of the more ridiculous goals ever scored in U.S. men's national team history. It was so late. It was an extra time, if I'm not mistaken. And he scored. And I think it was a draw. And if they drawed, I think we got the point, whatever it was. And then Gonzo, while Vi was making a point, he goes, "Oh, they scored! They scored!" And like we replayed.
They scored! They scored! We made a drop out of it.
Yeah.
It sounded kind of wimpy.
It was. But he didn't know what to do because I think
Vi was talking and he couldn't hold it in.
And he was watching and nobody cared about the World Cup.
Yeah, you're right. Nobody did. Now you're right. It's become a much bigger deal.
Yeah.
And it's here too.
It bit me. I forget what really happened. Honestly, it was that union trip that you and I made. Remember, we were talking, funny about the union. They invited us up, and then I was able to catch a union game with you.
It was awesome.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah, it's a great experience going down there. If you've never seen a game at the Union, it doesn't matter if they're good or not. The stadium's unbelievable.
It's even better when
it's really
cheap.
cool live. Yeah, man, it's really cool live. So it's awesome. But Gonzo, after he said that, I guess I was working with Mike at the time. So we may have played that goal a lot.
A little bit.
We may have played it a lot.
Yeah.
And I remember I was walking to the bathroom. Right here, I was walking to the bathroom. Gonzo was waiting for the elevator. To get to the bathroom, you have to walk past the elevator. And I go, "All right, Gonz, man, have a good one." He goes, "Seriously? Really?" Like, he was so mad at me. He's like, "Really? You're going to talk to me?" And I'm like, "Bro," "we're just busting your balls. Like, don't get so mad." He was pissed. It's good. We were giving it to him pretty good.
Yeah.
It was funny.
Yeah. It's just the way it is, right? You know that you're going to be made fun of if you're on the microphone.
Yeah, I'm not the one that
it
said
happens.
it.
Yeah.
He's the one that said it. And believe me, Mike wasn't holding back.
Oh, yeah, Mike was worse with those sort of things.
Especially towards Gonzo.
Absolutely. Yeah, just keep gnawing at it, not picking at the scab. Nobody did that worse than him, that's for sure.
All right, Nick Earnshaw's producing today in for Ray. Ray's on an airplane right now.
Hey, Ray.
Nick, I hate to do it.
Uh-oh.
I got a text message about your update.
Uh-oh.
Oh, what was wrong with my update?
Your update, and I didn't hear it, but you have a major mistake, an error in the update. What would it be?
Well, I want
don't know.
I want to ask what do we do if he made that sort of mistake? Is it like do we pelt him with paintballs? What do we do?
No, it goes on his record.
What
I
is
don't
it?
know what it could
It
be.
gets written up.
What did he screw up?
No, I didn't hear it. But the Phillies do not play tonight. Are you aware of that?
I thought they did play tonight.
They do not play tonight
I thought
because
it
of
was
World
Earnshaw.
Cup action.
Nick Earnshaw.
I hate to do it.
I don't know.
The Phillies are off because of the
They play
World
tomorrow,
Cup.
yeah.
It's because when I saw the schedule, I said this last week. I said that's weird. The Phillies play the Mets Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and then someone quickly texted me and said it's because of the World Cup, and I said, oh, that does make sense.
I don't know.
Bad job by me.
All right.
Boo.
It's a bad job.
Hold on. I got this page right here. All right.
Yeah.
I noted it on your record.
Wow.
Listen,
In the record book.
First update today. Took a little bit of time to fire the sound. I was like, oh, all right.
I don't know.
All right.
Earnshaw.
See, Nick, if it was up to me, there'd be no updates on the station at all. So, I mean, and this is why. I don't need this crap. I'm just kidding.
No.
All right. So I'm looking forward to the game today. I'm excited to see the game today. 3 o'clock. We're going to be off work. I'm going to be headed home.
And then I will be following the game today from Live Casino, 6:30, 8:30. I'm on.
Okay.
Little 2 for Friday.
So you're doing a soccer show. Nate's producing you?
90 with Nate.
Get out.
Negative Nate.
That should be good.
6:30, 8:30. I got Joe Tanzi joining me at 7 o'clock. It'll be good if the USA wins. If USA doesn't win, it's going to be a rough 2 hours. I won't lie, because this is a golden.
Can you fire people? Do you know enough about it to fire people?
I'll put some people in the hot seat.
Yeah.
Look, all right, so I'll give you real quick. The big storyline is Christian Pulisic and his health. We know what he's capable of, how good he is. However, they do have a pretty deep roster. They do have a good, deep team here. Brendan Aronson could fill in for Christian Pulisic if he does not play, or Gio Reyna. Either one of those guys are just incredible players. So I don't think the drop-off would be too severe, but Pulisic's the guy. He is the stud with this team.
So he most likely plays, but how effective can he be? Is he going to sit this one out?
No, I don't believe so. No, I'm waiting for word. I did just hear that he's playing. I'm still waiting for lock. I need to.
Is this sourced information
concrete.
that you're
I just got
putting
a
out there?
text message. Now, Dutz, here, this is Dutz. Watch. He's going to tell me he's playing. Here you go. braces, and never mind. Anyways,
an elite level ball knower. I was thinking the same thing.
We're waiting for this to come out with Pulisic. I believe he's going to play. He's been practicing solo by himself. This is a big spot, dude. Get out there. Get out there and ball.
Now, what's the injury? Ham?
He got kicked in the calf.
Oh.
And he was.
Is it a muscle pull or is it just
no.
So he just got kicked?
Correct. And he got subbed. They were winning 3-0. So he got subbed. No big deal there.
If it's a muscle pull, there's only so much you can do.
Correct.
You can try to wheel it all you want, but
they don't have to tell you all the terminology, which stinks.
Is it lower body injury?
They haven't even really said anything, to be honest with you. But he's been practicing solo, so I do believe he goes.
And the Iraqis are going to be in town on Monday.
Monday versus France.
Now, do they have a travel group out of Baghdad that's going to send a lot of Iraqis over here for the game?
They just see all the Brazilian people out
I don't think you're going to see as many Iraqis like you have Ecuador and Brazilian people.
No, I don't think that's going to be the case either.
Coming up, we have the ChatGPT feud. Nick Earnshaw against Addison. Addison Sonberg. She makes her debut on the show coming up next. And I'm not going to give the topics. I don't want them to cheat. That's coming up next. Middays and Marks, 97.5.
First of all, starting the tweet with sorry Philly fans. Like, what are you sorry about? Like, what do we need to be sorry about? Like, the New York Knicks fans who looked like absolute trash half of this finals, and I know it's not all of them, half of this finals doing the stuff they were doing in the streets, beating people up, doing all this ridiculous stuff. That, number one, we're supposed to feel good for them? Or how about the fans that came down to Xfinity Mobile Arena and they chanted bleep and bead as loud as they possibly could every single time they were in the building? We're supposed to feel good for them? And then even if they didn't do any of that stuff, even if they were the greatest fans in the world, we're Philadelphia. That's New York. New York looks down on this city. They've always looked down on this city. They've always accused us of being a second-rate city. We're supposed to feel good? Oh, but poor Knicks fans. They've waited since 1973, and if you don't appreciate that, you don't like sports. Get the hell out of here with that. I'm not going to feel good for these ridiculous Knicks fans. Do you think those Knicks fans felt good for Philadelphia in Super Bowl 52? Were they out on the street saying, wow, look how united the city of Philadelphia is. Yay, Philly. Yay. Come on with that stuff. Get out of here. And every fan is coming at Sealski, and they're right. Like, don't lecture the city of Philadelphia. With what we've had to put up with from New York, we're now supposed to be, yay, Knicks fans. Like, I appreciate what Brunson did and Josh Hart and Karl Anthony Towns and OG Anunoby. Like, I feel good for the players. I feel good for the players. They deserved it. They earned it. They're a likable team. But to sit here and lecture the Philadelphia fans that we're supposed to feel good for the Knicks fans? Come on, Mike.
let's do that. Now, Andrew Salciunas has the day off today. It is not because of a clip that went viral from our show last week about Jalen Hurts. He's got regular vacation, but he was getting ripped because he said his number one question for the Eagles this year is about Jalen Hurts' performance at the quarterback position with the change in offense, Sean Mannion now taking over. What is your evaluation of that? Is that your number one question?
My number one question for this team this year would be if the offensive line can stay healthy and hold up. And it's not a very sexy question, right? Like, if the offensive line isn't healthy, we can't get Landon Dickerson and Cam Jurgens and Lane Johnson back to health. I don't care what plays Sean Mannion's calling. They're not going to have much of a chance. The offensive line has to be better. It has to be healthier. They've been the foundation of that team for so long. They've been responsible for so much success. We're talking about elite, all-time Eagle talents. So I don't say this in a critical way, but I say it in a way in which the offensive line has had to play through some injuries, and it's aging. And are they going to hold up and hold together? If they do, it's going to be a great season. If they don't, it's not. To me, that's where it starts.
Got to keep it up for a little bit, Nick.
This is how you remind me.
Here comes Sean's part.
Say sorry.
This is some butt rock. This is butt rock. It's Butt Rock Friday.
Here you go. Here you go.
That's a good tune. It's a good tune. I won't admit it. I wouldn't be in the car with somebody and play it like, yeah, turn this one up. This isn't Freedom Rock
All
where
right.
I turn it up.
Okay, well, let me back it up. What if you're working in the yard in this place?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
If I'm surfing on the dial and I go to MMR.
I was like, when did you start surfing?
No, if I went surfing on the dial and on MMR, I get a little, what's even the name of the song?
This is how you remind me.
This is how you remind me. I'm leaving it on.
Okay.
I've jumped to Sirius and I'm doing like 9 on 9s.
Ooh.
Or so, or the whatever the other station is for the 2000s. I'll leave it.
You're a 9 on 9 guy. I like that.
I flip around. I'm a flipper. So on a day like today where I'm done, I have no interest in listening to sports talk on a Friday afternoon normally. So it's like, all right, I'm weekend mode. Give me some yacht rock on Sirius. Let me flip around a little bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can dig it. All right, so Sean, listen, enough of the pleasantries, because we're going to play a little Chat GPT feud, and we have a new contestant, actually 2 new contestants today, Sean.
Ooh, I like this.
Addison Sonberg she's a rookie, associate producer here.
Fresh called up.
Oh, no.
Correctly.
Yeah.
From Bloomsburg University. She joins us in the studio right now. What's up?
Hey.
Hi, guys.
Now, do you prefer Addie or Addison?
I really have no preference.
Of course you do. You have a preference.
Here in this environment, let's go with Addison. But
Okay.
off air, you can call me Addie.
So professionally, we're calling her Addison. This isn't the most
Yes.
professional show, just so you know.
That's
so.
okay. I'm loving it so far.
Addison Sonberg, she's going to be taking on today producer Nick Earnshaw, who's had a rough start to the show.
Oh, he's doing great in my book.
Tough day.
He's making me look good. That's what happens.
All right, that was my job. Sean told me before the show.
Screw up a lot.
All right, well, we have the top 10 answers on the board. Let's play the feud. All right, bring that down a little bit so we can talk over it.
Hey.
All right, so today is National Take Back the Lunch Break Day. That's correct. Every once in a while, it might be necessary to grab a lunch on the go while working, but as a habit, it simply isn't very healthy. National Take Back the Lunch Break Day is here to remind folks that a legitimate lunch break in the middle of a workday is an important part of a balanced lifestyle. I agree.
Nice.
Sometimes you just sit down and enjoy a nice lunch. Yeah, we don't get to do it. We're
No.
here during, but still, like that once a week, go have a lunch, sit down, don't rush back.
Yeah, when it's sunny out, grab a picnic table. I agree with
A
that.
picnic table.
Yeah.
I like eating by myself for lunch. Go over to the Honey Grow and just get something and sit down. And it used to be a newspaper. Now it's you read your phone.
Yep, exactly that.
Anyway, all right. So the top 10 answers are on the board. I asked ChatGPT the 10 most popular lunch foods in the United States based on restaurant sales, surveys, and everyday eating habits. So we're going to go back and forth. Sean, you have to keep track of the person with the most correct answers before striking out wins.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yep, got it.
Addison, we're going to start with you.
Is this like sit-down restaurant, or is this grab and go, or it can be anything?
Uh-oh.
It's not don't think of it as a sit-down, it's everything.
Okay.
Think of it like a lunch. Like, what do you get for lunch?
Okay.
The
All right.
10 most popular.
All right. Give me Chipotle.
Okay, so not a brand, but you're saying
you mean
tacos and burritos.
Oh.
Correct. Number 7 on the list.
7 on the list, all right?
So we're going generic type food.
Yes.
Lunches. Nick
Lunch.
Earnshaw. So, Nick, if you run the bed out of here, you can't use anything in the background, which is why I think Ray doesn't typically do that.
Yeah, there you go.
It's okay, though. So, Nick, you're up. We got one correct. Tacos.
Peanut butter and jelly.
Oh, that's a good one.
Peanut butter and jelly, which would be considered a sandwich, is number 1 on the list.
There you go.
Sandwiches.
All right, 1-1.
1-1. Go ahead, Addie.
All right. I'm going to go health conscious. Give me a salad.
Salad number 4 on the list. Good answer.
Nice work.
All right, you guys are breezing so far. Nick Earnshaw?
I would say chicken.
He says chicken.
Can you be more specific?
I would say fried chicken.
Fried chicken. What does our survey say? Fried chicken does not make the list. We need the buzzer.
That's the first one. All right. There you go. First X.
All right, Addie, back to you.
Wow.
The top 10 most popular lunch foods in the United States.
You said honey grow, so dare I say like stir fry?
Stir fry, which would be considered what we say Chinese food.
Chinese, yeah, give me Chinese.
Chinese food does not make the list. First strike.
We got 2-1, and both of them have an X.
What do you got, Earnshaw?
This is a faux pas, but I'll say fish.
Fish? I need the judges to know if this answer counts. What do you got?
What do we got?
Yeah, give it to him.
Sushi is on the list at number 10.
Give it to him. All right.
She stole your answer.
We're all tied up.
All right, Nick Earnshaw, we're all tied up.
All right. Hear me out. You know, like a fruit bowl, like an acai bowl, playa bowl, that type of thing.
Fruit bowl. What does our survey say? Not on the list.
No. Oh my gosh. Nobody's health conscious.
Addie, you have 2 strikes. You're in danger of losing.
This is bad.
Nick Earnshaw has 1 strike, correct?
That is correct.
Correct. What you got, Nick?
What about a wrap?
A wrap. Survey says 8th on the list.
There it is.
See, okay.
All right,
That's like a sandwich.
So Addison, let me set it up here, okay? Yeah. We're looking for the top 10 most popular lunch foods in the United States. This is according to ChatGPT. This is the ChatGPT feud. You have 2 strikes. If you don't get a correct answer, you lose and Nick Earnshaw wins.
This is bad, guys. What about like a snack box? Like a tackle box?
Oh, man.
A snack box.
That's what I eat every day here.
What would Steve Harvey say to a snack box?
A snack box, you say, huh?
A tackle. My mom calls it a tackle box.
I think a snack box is...
Now, if this was the top 10 of Addie's favorite lunches, it may have made the list. But as it stands,
there we go.
Survey says it is not there. Nick Earnshaw wins.
I need to hear this list. This is ridiculous.
I got one. I know one is on this list. You ready?
Yeah.
Soup.
Oh.
Soup is definitely on that
Survey
list.
says soup or a soup and sandwich combo.
Okay.
Makes the list.
Yeah.
What about a freaking burger?
Not just a burger, a freaking burger.
I was thinking like, McDonald's, but what would I really...
Burger.
I sold, guys.
But like, forget fast food. If you go out to a bar grill or wherever, you get a burger.
You
guys are overthinking this. You're doing snack boxes.
Overthinking.
I'm going to Live Casino today. I'm getting a burger. Ray told me get the burger. I'm going to get the burger.
Hey, Ray.
Pizza, chicken sandwiches.
Dude,
That's why I asked you.
Chicken.
That's
I was thinking Chick-fil-A. What can I say?
Chicken sandwiches.
I was hoping you were going to follow up and say chicken tenders.
Did not make the list.
How is that not on the list?
Wow.
I guess it's not considered a great lunch item.
Okay.
Wraps made the list. Pasta.
Pasta?
Yeah,
Who's
I
getting
do
pasta
pasta all
on their
the time.
lunch break?
Yeah.
It's a fair gripe.
Pasta all the time.
No,
I don't know how I didn't say that.
For lunch?
Yeah, the pasta, the leftovers from the night before.
Leftovers. Yeah, I was going to say that. Pasta's an easy one.
Yeah, but like I'm viewing this as I'm going out, even though that's not the criteria.
You're right.
Because I bring Addison, I don't know if you know this, I bring my lunch every day.
Yes, as do I.
Because I'm cheap.
Is there pasta in there?
There's not.
Okay.
But I have brought pasta.
Yes, you have.
I have, but typically it's a sandwich. And then what's the last one on the list here? No, pasta, because you said sushi. Okay. All right. Well, listen, Addison, I think you gained some experience today.
Nice.
Right?
I'm coming back for the crown at some point. Don't worry. Oh, okay.
Nice work.
All right,
yes.
there she is, Addison. And then, Nick, congratulations. Not necessarily an impressive victory for you, but nevertheless.
A W's a W. I mean,
Yeah,
that's what
man.
Club Hurts is all about, right?
That's it. He's trying to join the club.
He just ripped.
That wasn't. No, that was not
that's
a rip. That wasn't a rip. I felt that. You could take it as a rip.
Well, but you should say Jalen Hurts is an awesome player, not a win is a win.
But everyone kills him because all he does is win.
Okay, so you are a Club Hurts.
I'm a
Yes,
Club
he
Hurts
is
guy.
a Club
I would be
Hurts
on the executive board.
We're gonna
of
find a
Club
spot
Hurts.
for him. Yeah, we're gonna make it happen.
Well, but so for people that don't know, and it's probably a lot of our audience, your full-time job is what?
I run my own radio station.
How about
Correct.
that?
Yes.
Where is it?
It is in Camden County.
Yeah, explain what the station is. I want you to tell us what you do.
So it's a college station. I'm the head and director of the whole entire station. I develop media talents as well as part of my job, and then I do some stuff down the shore for ESPN Radio.
So you run a college radio station,
Correct.
And you have students that are learning under you, and it's a real deal radio station
Correct.
where you've recently won awards.
Yes,
How
correct.
about that? Award winner.
There you go. And what's the call letters?
WDBK.
The call letters are very important to me, just so you know.
Yep.
I know there's lots of call letters in my head that I can tell you of stations that I listen to.
WDB. Now, do you tell your students to say it a certain way?
They have to say it every time they open the mic.
Oh, okay.
Every time they open the mic.
I feel like I'm saying it just like you, but it's not. WDBK. WDBK.
Do you make them watch private parts for that? He may not even know what it is.
Oh, my
He
God.
doesn't even know.
It's got to be mandatory viewing if you're in
He
this
doesn't
industry.
know.
It's got to be.
WNBC.
Pig vomit. He just hit me. What am I going to do, Robin?
Coming up. Oh, boy. I don't remember Earnshaw on the News at Noon. Are we expecting a good News at Noon with Earnshaw?
Oh, come on. One mistake on an update.
All I'm saying is that I don't remember.
WDBT.
I know you listen to the show, so you get what the News at Noon is supposed to be.
absolutely.
So it gives me confidence. But what does Nick Earnshaw have for us
How
next on
about
the News
that?
at Noon? Can we find out? Let's find out coming up next.
Oh, I love it.
Middays of Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
The Phillies fall to the Mets, and they are back in action tomorrow, Saturday night. I'm Nick Earnshaw with your Fanatic Sports Update. This update is brought to you by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate. The Mets took game one of the 3-game set last night, beating the Phils 6-4. The Phils and Mets are back in action tomorrow. Trey Turner left the game in the first after being hit by a pitch, and Phillies manager Don Mattingly gave an update after the game.
They're calling it calf contusion towards the bottom where it starts getting in the Achilles. He was having trouble putting pressure, pushing off. Hopefully it's day off tomorrow. Hopefully he'll be good by the night game. We'll see.
The NBA draft is next week, starting on June 23rd, along with the NHL draft beginning on June 26th. This update is also sponsored by Corona. Join Ricky Batalico Friday, June 19th from 7 to 9 p.m. That's tonight at Independence Beer Garden, Old City, for a Modelo match night. Enjoy $6 Modelo drafts, soccer giveaways, and match day excitement. Details at 975thefanatic.com. I'm Nick Earnshaw on your home of the Flyers, Sixers, and Union, 97.5 The Fanatic, and the Fanatic app.
The San Loquido piece that came out with Carson Wentz, and
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
like there was a lot of defense of Carson. I guess what I'm saying is, independent of Carson Wentz, does it feel like the Eagles have Jalen Hurts' back after everything that's been put out there in the media and everything?
I mean, I don't feel like they've run the bus over him, but I do remember when the Carson Wentz article came out, they went into a damage control mode. I think they had Carson meeting with some reporters afterward to give his side of the story and clear the air. And I don't know if their reaction this time around is a result of that, like a byproduct of, do we really have to do this every time, because it's really not necessary, or if it's because they just don't. I don't think it's because of their relationship with Jalen Hurts right now. I don't think that has anything to do with it. I think that it's Philly. This is going to happen. Stories are going to come out. It's been coming out even before Carson. So you have different people in charge now too. It's not Doug Peterson and his crew anymore. So I thought Howie didn't do the greatest job of backing up Jalen Hurts, but I also didn't think he was rolling the. Some people interpret it as that's messaging from Howie. I didn't interpret it that way at all.
This is butt rock. We have to wait for the hook, so we're going to have to talk over it. Oh, yeah. We need just the yell before. Yeah. It's coming, I'm telling you. This is Collective Soul, is that correct?
That is correct.
What's it called? Here it comes.
Here we go.
Yeah. That's a good. Don't block the yeah. Here it comes.
Shine.
Oh! It's a Butt Rock Friday. All right, I know a lot of people look forward to the Yacht Rock Friday. Why did we get on the Butt Rock Friday?
We stumbled into it. Oh, because you started talking about Harry Callis and the difference between Harry Callis when he would get into and the Phillies go up 8. You said you would put the emphasis on 8, and I was like, oh, is Harry Callis into Butt Rock? And you. What the hell is butt rock?
It was very interesting that was the comparison you made, and I said, all right, let's do a Butt Rock Friday.
Harry Callis was a very butt rock announcer. He wasn't pukey. He was more on the butt rock side.
He was not pukey.
No.
And the Phillies now lead it 8-5.
That's
not 8-5. 8.
Yeah.
And it is Butt Rocky.
That's it.
So maybe Butt Rock exists because of Harry Callis, how he called a game.
Could be the case.
But anyway, you're going to hear all your Butt Rock favorites from the 2000s and even before sometimes. And I didn't go where I even Googled if I picked a group, I Googled to see if they were officially at Butt Rock.
All right.
And they all are. Foo Fighters is an all-time group. They're also Butt Rock. Let's face it. Butt Rock doesn't mean you're not a good group at all.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. No.
I mean, it could.
Yeah. Collective Soul was decent. They had a couple of songs. What was the other one that they had? They had some decent songs. They had, all right, maybe not. Maybe they only had the one.
Yeah,
The World I Know was a song in 95.
But if you're a big, but there are big Collective Soul fans out there. Just because we don't know their other hits doesn't mean they're not out there.
Collective Soul coming to Ocean Casino Resort at the end of August.
Get out of here.
Oh man,
Is that in Atlantic City?
Yeah.
Get out.
$60, Ovation Hall.
Get out.
Yeah.
Could we send maybe Addie can go down and interview people at the Collective Soul.
A Butt Rock end of summer bash. I'm in.
We've had some interesting topics and discussions.
Yeah, as off. It always happens 10 to 2 here, Monday through Friday.
Adult diapers. All right. Well,
yeah.
You know what we got to do now? Because Ray has such great command over the news at noon with Ray Dunn. Now when he leaves, he has to hand it off. And he's handed it off to Nick Earnshaw with the news at noon.
This city needs its news.
Now, it's time
That's
for
not
I'd
it.
like to be remembered as a good newsman.
the News at Noon
That's the coolest story I've ever heard in my entire life. That's insane.
with Ray Dunn.
It's the OG news at noon.
Nick, what do you got, buddy?
All right. So what I got for the news at noon is the button they showed me. So Here's at the news at noon. First one, I think, is a little underrated storyline from last night that we're not talking about enough, and it's the Bo Bichette being booed last night. So here was Bo Bichette getting booed, and here's how it sounded on the Mets broadcast.
Well, they're calling it calf.
It seemed as though Bo was right on the verge of signing the deal with the Phillies when the Mets swooped in at the last moment and offered him a 3-year deal with opt-outs after the first 2, and Bo liked the sound of that.
So with that being said, does he even deserve a boo? Because he's only batting .250, and I don't think he should have gotten a boo last night. Your guys' thoughts?
He absolutely deserves a boo. He doesn't deserve us doing a show on him. Right?
No.
It's the first time we've mentioned him. And there's a lot of other things going on. But, yeah, he deserves a boo.
Yeah, that was a good boo. I'm proud of us.
It was a good boo.
Yeah, I'm proud of us. He deserved it.
He deserves it.
Yeah.
So you say he didn't deserve a boo. Why?
No, not really. Because he really hasn't performed that well, especially defensively. He struggled a little bit at third base this year for the Mets. The bat hasn't been amazing this year.
Been better recently.
Yeah,
better recently. He was 0 for 5 last night, though. So I don't know if it's a gigantic boo. I thought.
Gee, I wonder why he was 0 for 5 last night.
Yeah.
You think the boo had something to do with it?
I don't think it really had much to do with
come on. We're in his head.
So there's a couple things here to unpack with it. If he was batting .335 with 11 home runs, we would have a different reaction.
Correct.
Because we'd be like, damn it, he was ours. John Middleton's cheap. They should have paid him. They wouldn't do it. And then we'd hate him because he stood us up. The fact that he's had a subpar first half of the season, we're kind of like, honestly, I'm happy they didn't sign him because that would have gotten rid of any type of flexibility they had. I don't need another bad defensive infielder as well. So in hindsight, I'm kind of glad they didn't do it. I'd rather have that money that you can put somewhere else. I don't know. I mean, like I don't hate Bo Bichette. We haven't even talked about it.
Bo Bichette's a hell of a player. I do want to put that out there. He's having a bad season, and it's not.
He's doing all right so far.
It's not. Yeah, he's turned it around. Last 6 games heading into last night, he had double-digit, or not double-digit, but 2 or more hits in his last 6. So he's putting on a pretty good streak. I think it's a 7-game hit streak that just came to an end. However, we know what he's capable of at the dish, and you're not bringing him in for the glove, but the reality is
you're also going to give him a long-term contract.
That's true too.
Which, like, I guess at this point, what does it matter? When you're done, you're done.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. Yeah. Hey, Nick, we wanted to sign him here. He was, what seemed like the Phillies thought he was finalizing it, and he went to the Mets, and he didn't go to the Mets for like this big, huge contract. He essentially did it for flexibility.
Correct.
He's also talked about it and said like that he really didn't know. Like he's played it off a little bit. I don't really think he's taken direct shots at Philadelphia. I feel like this was just an agent move that he was like, get me the biggest deal you can.
I don't hate him or anything like that.
That's what I mean. Does he deserve that gigantic boo? Like,
Yeah.
Is he a
Yes.
is he a villain?
It's the first time he's played here.
This weekend he is.
Yeah.
Yesterday he was.
Yeah, it's the first time he's played here. I don't know if we're going to care about Bo Bichette in a year, honestly.
That's what I mean. Like, will that be the only boo? Is he going to get booed all weekend?
Yes. Because not everybody goes to games.
All right.
Yeah, he's going to get a boo. I agree with Sean. I'm glad he got that boo. He deserved it.
It's awesome.
He doesn't, don't throw batteries at him. J.D. Drew came back. I was at that game. They threw batteries at him in center field. Not that that's ever right. But there's levels of what you deserve. He deserved, I think, what he got, which wasn't vicious. He wasn't getting stuff thrown at him. All right, what do you got?
All right. News at noon, our second story. So, Major League Baseball is changing the home run derby once again. It will now be 8 participants, top 4 advance to round 2, 20 swings in round 1, 15 swings in final 2 rounds. A player who homers on his last swing in any round continues until he makes an out or wins the round. Now, here is what A.J. Przinsky, former Major League catcher, had to say on his podcast regarding the change.
I don't know. I'm for it. I like seeing long home runs. Maybe it'll get some bigger names because they won't be as tired. But one thing I do like, Kratz, is I do like the head-to-head. I always like the head-to-head, right? It's head-to-head. You go mano-y-mano, 1 versus 4, 2 versus 3, and boom. And then you figure it out right then. And then then the next round, you go head versus head again, head to head, and that's the winner take all. There's no like, oh, well, this guy hit the second most, this guy hit da-da-da-da, boom. Let's go head to head, mano-y-mano, see who hits more homers.
Do you guys agree with that sentiment, and do you like the rule changes since we are hosting the Home Run Derby?
Yeah, nothing really speaks to me because it's constantly changing. They're adding like the home run or the money ball and the clock, and it's constantly changing. So I don't really keep up with the changes of the home run derby. I just want to be entertained, and I want that starts and ends with the names that are being involved.
I don't know if we know that the All-Star Game's coming here, but the All-Star Game's coming here.
All-Star Game's
The home run derby is going to be in a couple weeks, which is really, really, really cool.
Every big name star from Major League Baseball is going to be walking down a red carpet, driving. Like, there's going to be so much festivities happening here in Philadelphia. The All-Star Game is here in Philly. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's very cool.
The home run derby is going to be crazy. Now, unfortunately, I'm getting priced out as usual. Everything is just absurd. Cheapest ticket right now is $550 for the home run derby.
Is that right?
Yeah,
a standing room?
Yeah. Well, no, I don't even know where that is. I just read yesterday, and then if you want an outfield spot, it's like $1,000.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
If you're in right field somewhere,
I'm gonna be running around. I'll get down there. I don't think I'm gonna get in the yard, but I'll be running around. Maybe anybody gonna hit it out there, and that the road that's behind the stadium.
That'd be something.
That's a rip. That's an absolute bomb.
I'm looking at so right now, get-in price $498 on Game Time.
Yeah, that's too much.
And that's a seat. Now, all right.
Who can spend that? And it's the All-Star Game, so I get it, but man, that is so much.
All right, so I'm looking. Where are we here? First row, 105. So you're the second section in right field.
Mm-hmm.
We'll take a guess per ticket.
Oh, easily $1,400, $1,500. Probably more than that. I would say like $1,800.
Higher, Bob.
Whoa!
Row 1, section 105. So it's 2 sections from the foul pole in right field.
Mm-hmm.
2 tickets is $10,000. $10,296.
Get out of here.
Catch a home run derby ball. Does that mean something to you?
Get the bleep out of here.
So here, this is for 2. This is more manageable. Second row, 143. So you were 3 sections over in left field from the foul pole. $3,070 for 2. So $1,500 a ticket. I mean, I'm not buying that, but it's a $10,000. That person's not going to get the $10,000.
Yeah, no way. It's just so much money, man. And then go enjoy yourself an $18 cold beer too, as well.
Yep.
If not more.
Is that all? Yeah, more. It's got to be more.
No, it's like the $14, $15 mark, right, for like a Michelob Ultra or 16 ouncer or whatever.
I just figure if I'm getting around to drinks, I'm probably spending $100.
Oh, easily.
All right, what else do we have?
All right, final piece of this is a little infuriating because I had to go to it yesterday because I lost a bet. But the New York Knicks parade had a total of 2 million people. Now, my question to you guys is people were getting turned away. Could you imagine going to a Philadelphia championship parade and getting turned away by anybody or just not being allowed into the parade?
So I remember back when the Phillies won the World Series, everybody said, don't drive, take public transportation. If you drive, it'll be a mess. You can bring that music down. That's the news and noon.
Nice job, Nick.
So don't drive, take public transportation. It's going to be nuts if you drive. You may not get there. So everybody heeded the advice and took public transportation, and they were overwhelmed. The regional rails, coming down from Doylestown in Pennsylvania, they just kept the trains just kept going by all the stations because all the trains were full.
Yep.
So a lot of people that were actually listening to what they were told didn't get to see the parade because they couldn't handle the capacity of people that wanted to go down. Meanwhile, I drove because I was actually at Citizens Bank Park. I drove to the park. It was like a holiday weekend. There was nobody on the road.
Yeah.
Because everybody was told not to drive.
It's pretty funny.
It was the easiest ride in ever. So but yeah, being told you can't come in, I'm sure the people weren't happy.
Yeah, people were probably not happy. And
good.
Also, there was another part of this. There wasn't a lot of consumption of adult beverages throughout the parade.
Well, that's a good thing.
It was pretty dry.
So you were up there. Where were you? First of all, you lost the bet because you have a friend
who's a New York fan.
So if they won, whoever won the next championship.
Yep.
So you do this. He went to the Eagles parade.
Correct.
And now the Knicks won, so you have to go to that.
Yeah, so I fulfilled my debt.
How about that?
Is he a Met fan or a Jet fan?
He is a Yankee fan.
Yankees, and they haven't won since 2009.
Yep. And then he's actually a Raiders fan. I don't even know how you sneak that in there. And then he is also a Yankee, Nick, Raider, and then a Devil fan.
The Devils.
The Devils.
Okay. All right, there you go.
It looked like some entertaining stuff up there. A lot of hits.
Yeah, how was it?
Awful. It was actually one of the worst days of my existence.
And is that because it's a New York
Correct.
a New York parade, or it was just
Absolutely.
horrible on top of it?
It wasn't fun. Like I had fun at Philly parades. There was more energy. My area was not a lot of energy. I'll tell you that. Chants were starting. They were throwing like toilet paper across the street.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, it was. They knew how to do it.
It looked awful.
It did look awful.
Yeah, it looked packed. And there's some videos that you're like, all right, that looks cool because it's so, from the parade perspective, like looking out and you just see people all over the scaffolding, all the way down as far as it goes. But to be a person in that crowd, no, thank you.
It was less than a mile too. It's like 4.5, 5 miles when the Eagles have their parade. This was less than a mile long.
Oh, is that right? Oh,
Correct.
so people were condensed in even more.
Yeah, they were yelling about that because it's the old school parade route from like the 40s.
The ticker tape.
Yeah, and it's like it's got to change because you have to evolve. It's 2026, and I agree with that.
Good. I'm glad they had. I'm glad they hated the parade.
Yeah,
makes me happy. Mike Sealski probably was up there enjoying it.
I think he was on
Might have seen him.
the alumni bus. He was hanging out with Patrick Ewing all day. This is great.
Yeah. Well, I hope they. Sorry that you had to deal with that.
Nah, I put myself in that situation.
Did you go to the second Eagles parade?
Yes.
Did you go to the first?
Yes.
Did you go to the first or the second?
I was at both Eagles parades.
You were?
Yes.
I was at the first. I did not go to the second. I had zero interest in going to the second.
I was credentialed for the second.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was able to run around a little easier. But
yeah, no, I just I didn't. I went. I saw the Eagles win. I saw the Eagles win a Super Bowl. I went to the parade. I've seen the Phillies win the World Series. I went to that parade.
I got out.
I'm out.
Yeah,
I'm all good.
That Halloween, I left town. I had to work. It was Halloween night, and I was doing some stuff at this one bar. But the first Eagles parade was insane, and then so I had jumped through some hoops. That second one was able to.
Would you go to every parade if the Eagles
Every
win
single one.
So you'll go to every parade.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like people. I had a lot of friends that were like, "What the hell's wrong with you? Why wouldn't you want to go to the Eagles parade? It's a parade." And I'm like, "All right, good point. We kind of wait our entire existence for our teams to win championships, and then it's a parade.
It's one big tailgate, honestly.
Yeah, and as I was saying, if I remember correctly, my wife and I got in an argument about boozing because I wasn't boozing at this point in time. And I go, and I'm just like, I'll be the only person not drinking. What do you mean? And I'm like, no, everyone drinks. Like, if you're not drinking, that's a tough spot to be, right? It's just insanity.
Yeah, I don't, because I've worked both parades, so I don't know. I would assume people are getting bleep faced.
Yeah. I mean, beer.
Usually not everybody.
Usually how it goes.
How many people were drinking?
My area was not a lot.
Well, you're talking yesterday.
Yeah, I think outside, like the people who didn't get in, I think they may have had more fun, to be honest.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
All right. There you go. News at noon. Uncle Jamie with an observation here on Nick Earnshaw.
Nick Earnshaw.
Yeah. So let me pull up the text. He says, amazing how the next generation of fans are so much nicer than the Angelo Cataldi generation of fans.
Oh.
Your producer today is like, wow, they booed him back in the 70s. Yeah, they would have gotten batteries thrown at him.
Yeah.
J.D. Drew got batteries thrown at him. Now, he wouldn't play for the team.
Yeah.
He sat out an entire year not to play for the team. Not that that makes it better, but still, like that was a much bigger violation than Bo Bichette saying, "Nah, I'm going to sign with the Mets."
That's what I mean. Like, he doesn't deserve like this gigantic villain role. Like
today he does. Yesterday he does.
Yeah, dude, you are soft.
That's not.
You are soft.
And I boo. I'm a booer, but
I'm not a booer. I don't typically boo when I go to games.
I'll boo.
I boo results. I boo results more than I boo players. I don't typically boo my own
Bichette
players.
hasn't been great this year. That's my point.
It doesn't. You're thinking too much. You think
Yeah,
people
dude.
know? No, they don't know
Who
that.
cares?
Yeah, this guy was supposed to sign here, and then he flubbed his nose, and then said, "You know what? I'm out," and signed with the Mets of all teams.
And he
deserves
signed
to
with
be
the Mets.
booed.
Right.
Come on.
Vitriol. But the younger generation are much kinder and gentler. And that's Nick Earnshaw. He's kind of the leader. How old are you, Nick?
I'm 25.
Oh, see, you're 25.
That's it. Raise his age.
What
They're
do you
all,
mean you're 25? I worked with you like 5 years ago.
they're all 25.
25.
Every one of these kids, they're all 25.
Why are they softer? Is it because, like with my kids, they get hugs and kisses, and I tell them I love them all the
think
time. And
if Bichette was having a great season, I'd be more inclined to boo. But
You'd
he's
be
not
angry.
that great. Yeah, but he's not that great this
But
year.
I'm not angry at him at all. He deserves to be booed. Yeah. He stood the Phillies up at the altar. We were on the air.
Yep.
I was on the air, and Ray goes to the breaking news, and it's Bo Bichette signs with the Mets. And then JT, and I blew a gasket when it's like JT Realmuto's coming back 3 years.
See, I blame the agents more than that. I don't really blame the player. I blame the agents more.
You're missing the missing the point.
You're too deep. I hear where you're coming from.
You're too deep. You don't. You don't.
You're
Surface
too deep.
level as a Philadelphia sports fan. It's not about the details. It's about that SOB. We thought he was coming here, and he went to the Mets.
Yep.
Boo. He deserves it.
And he went 0 for 5. Boom again tonight.
No, he should get it all weekend.
Yes.
I'm not saying that you have to death threats or anything. Like, you don't do any of that.
He'll always be booed, but never with like that type of venom yesterday. He's always going to get booed from here on out.
All right.
It's going to be great.
Also, let's talk about this coming up. We're talking about, you were saying it yesterday, and I'm starting to question Bryce Harper being an all-star.
Uh-oh.
This dude start mixing in some hits again? Just maybe? I don't know. Like, this was the whole elite year.
Elite.
You every time he hits a home run, you're texting the group elite
15 times.
Yeah, Bryce Harper's what did he say? Is he a good player? Is he an elite player? He's not showing he's an elite player. Dave Dombrowski was right. He's dumb for what he said, but he's not wrong. Bryce Harper may not make the All-Star team. Everybody, it's like, is Bryce going to hit in the home run derby? Not if he don't make the All-Star team, he's not.
I agree with that.
All right, 610-632-0975. 610-632-0975. That's coming up next. Sam Ostry of The Score is going to join us. We have a draft coming up next week for the Sixers, and we'll tell you what we're doing for that because the coverage on 97.5 The Fanatic's YouTube page is going to be excellent because we're involved in it. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic. Don't go anywhere.
Hey, but first, Philly, it's me again, Sean Brace. I want to see you on Saturday, June 20th at Brooklyn Bowl in Fishtown for Modelo Match Nights. I'll be there from 6 to 8 p.m. as we catch all the soccer action, enjoy the match night atmospheres, and raise a couple cold Modelos with all of the fellow fans. Brooklyn Bowl is the place to be. Modelo drafts all throughout the event. Plus, we'll have exclusive Modelo and Fanatic giveaways all event long. U.S. men's national team jersey giveaway that's autographed posters, and the famed John Paul's Ball. That's right. So whether you're coming with friends or looking for one of the best places in Philly to watch the match, this is where you want to be on Saturday, June 20th. That's tomorrow from 6 to 8 p.m. at Brooklyn Bowl in Fishtown for Modelo Match Nights. All the details can be found at 975thefanatic.com. Modelo Match Nights presented by Modelo and The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
It seems like Painter's going on a break. I'm Nick Earnshaw with your Fanatic Sports Update. The Phillies sent rookie Andrew Painter back down to AAA a few days ago after starting his major league career with an ERA over 7. Dave Dombrowski spoke to the media yesterday about what the plan going forward is for Painter.
Well, he's going to throw a couple sides to start off, and then we'll determine when you put him into the actual game. I don't know if it'll be a week or 10 days, but it'll be sometime in that time frame.
Bills have the Mets again for the second game of their series tomorrow night as Christopher Sanchez will be on the bump for the Titans. The NBA draft is next week starting on June 23rd, along with the NHL draft beginning on June 26th. This update is brought to you by Taco Bell. Try Taco Bell's $5, $7, and $9 Lux boxes. Limited time, participating stores while supplies last. Prices vary. Freezes and specialty drinks not included. Tax extra. I'm Nick Earnshaw on the home of the Flyers, Sixers, and Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
With Lamar,
it's changed. You're right.
He's won the MVP and he's never made a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And Lamar's not 25 years old, right? Josh Allen, as far as I'm concerned, needs to start getting criticized. Because if you're going to hold everybody to the same standard, then guess what, Josh, you haven't been to a Super Bowl. It can't be the team's fault every time. Joe Burrow took a terrible organization to the Super Bowl, right? So Joe Burrow, just by going to a Super Bowl, kind of gets checked off that list. It's like, all right, you're not in the same. No, like Justin Herbert. mean, what are we doing here? Justin Herbert's not in this rookie contract.
Nope.
Justin Herbert's lost how many big games?
A lot.
A lot, right? Is it all his fault? It doesn't matter if it's all his fault. It doesn't matter. It's the quarterback. And Justin Herbert, how many playoff games has Justin Herbert won? Has he? Has he won one?
Didn't he just win one?
I think he won one.
I know he threw a bunch of interceptions in that one game against Houston. That was a loss, obviously. And I think last year he was able to get a win, right? Let me pull that up.
All I'm saying is at what point do these quarterbacks start getting criticized? Lamar Jackson's fair game. He's not winning the big game. That's a good organization. Now they have a new head coach coming in. And I like Lamar. The dude just needs to get to a Super Bowl, period.
He hasn't won one.
He hasn't won it. Are you crazy? And when people talk about Justin Herbert nationally, oh, my God, Justin Herbert, what a great quarterback, what a great player. Even the one time we were talking about him on the air after he lost the playoff game, it was like, oh, that's the offensive line. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
But where are the details on Jalen Hurts? The only details we worry about are Jalen Hurts. Lamar Jackson gets a little bit of it.
You know the saying up the creek
without a paddle?
Yeah. I love how everybody's like, go get Mike Trout, go get this guy, go get that guy, go get Christian Walker. What the hell are you going to trade for him?
Well, then that leads me to my next question for you.
Unbelievable.
When you look at their top 10 prospects,
yep,
talking about the Phillies, Aiden Miller's still ranked number 1, although he's hurt. And number 2, quickly rising up the ranks, is Gage Wood. Would either one of those guys be untouchable for you at this deadline if it meant you could get that impact outfielder? Would you trade Gage Wood? Would you trade Aiden Miller? Because here's where I am, Ricky, before you answer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very concerned about the future of the Philadelphia Phillies, right? I'm very concerned that the farm system has been depleted. But at the same time, I don't believe it's going to be Gage Wood that's going to make or break this team 3 or 4 years from now. Because guess what happens 3 or 4 years from now? You got a lot of old guys on this team.
And
so you need to go all in now because it's your best chance in the next 5 years. If they don't go all in at this deadline and do everything possible to fix this lineup or fix the back end of the bullpen before Duran, maybe even get another starter, you're not going to win a World Series. And if you don't win a World Series this season, there could be a lockout next year. You might not have Zach Wheeler in 2028. Harper's going to be 2 years older. Schwarber's going to be 2 years older. Realmuto's going to be 2 years older. Trey Turner's going to be 2 years older. Like, you see where if you don't do it this year, the future does not look bright for the Philadelphia Phillies, and you don't have any prospects that are coming to save the day. So it's weird because I'm not sure, even if they go out at the deadline and they get an impact bat in the outfield or they get another reliever, that they're even going to be good enough to beat the Dodgers at that point. But I think you are forced, if you're Dombrowski, to at least try.
for Mike Trout? Should the Phillies trade for Scooble? Because you know what? Here, kids, the Phillies don't have what it takes to get either player. Spoiler alert, they don't have the quality of talent that it would take to get the...
You know this one, Sean?
All right, you ready? This is a Puddle of Mud. And this was a band that was discovered by Limp Bizkit.
Is that right?
Fred Durst.
How did you have so much Puddle of Mud knowledge?
My era, bro.
Even though I gave Nick the playlist, I couldn't have told you what the song was. I know it.
This guy got arrested a few times.
You could be my someone. You could be my. A lot of these songs, it takes too long to get to the hook.
Yeah.
But this one has a good, like the beginning is a great begining to a song.
Yeah. Good tune.
I like butt rock. I didn't realize how much I liked butt rock until I put together the butt rock. But you should see me. I was Googling, and then you get into the playlist where there's like 100 songs, and I'm going through all of them, and be like, "This is another good one."
Is this now a?
It's good. It's going to be a new thing.
A new format for you? You're going to start a new channel on your app?
I'm going to.
There you go.
I do Amazon music.
Well, yeah, the butt rock genre has, and like I said, there are a lot of bands out there that people could think that falls into the category, doesn't think it falls into the category. It's wide. Let's put it that way. Post grunge into late 2000s. All right, is there anybody that's current on the butt rock? Let's bring butt rock back.
You think we could?
Yeah.
97.5 butt rock.
I'm in.
All butt rock all the time.
Yeah.
Salciunas and Ray mornings. John and Sean middays and Colarulo and Metallica. All your butt rock favorites.
Don't forget Kincade with the culture.
And the Eagles.
Sorry.
Well, I mean, I'm looking post
gotcha.
Kincade because they're not going to be able to flip formats that quickly.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, there you go. A couple things. Ricky Bo came in, and right away, Ricky Bo says to me, he goes, "I was at that Battery game." We're talking about J.D. Drew getting batteries thrown at him. I forgot Ricky was a Cardinal for a year, 1999. So it coincided with J.D. Drew first time coming back to Philly. And when I say batteries were getting thrown, and I was at that game, they yanked the teams off the field.
That's crazy.
Ricky was running off the field seeing batteries whizzing by his head. So, Earnshaw, trust me, like Veteran Stadium.
No, I know.
No, you don't know. Veterans, no, you don't know. You have no idea.
No, I didn't go to the vet. I will be honest there.
But it's not even that. The things that happen there you wouldn't believe could happen. Forget about the Phillies games, Eagles games. Like literally, like people just like fights happening everywhere, and no one doing anything about it. It was really survival. Everybody was in that stadium trying to survive. But yeah, like that's what you got. You got batteries being thrown.
Yeah. That whole deal. I mean, were people posting on Twitter? Is that how you knew to bring your batteries? How did people come up with the idea?
J.D. Drew's playing today. I'm going to the game. Let me go to.
You're a sicko.
Let me go to CVS to get batteries to throw at him.
An absolute sicko.
Because you just don't happen to have some batteries in your pocket.
No.
And you're like, oh, well, I'll throw these.
I do have a bag of batteries at the house, though.
Do you put them in the freezer when they're dead?
No.
Me neither. And I'm thrifty.
Wild.
All right. As Uncle Jamie points out, they had a jail in the basement. They did. Yeah. They did. Since Seamus McCaffrey was is that his name? He was the judge.
You know, there's still at the Xfinity Mobile Arena, like it's
a holding cell.
Correct.
Yeah, I think they have to have a holding cell. But they actually had a magistrate. They had a judge.
Yeah, that's a different story.
Yeah. They were essentially arraigning you at the stadium, so they didn't have to transport you down there. That's how many they had.
Oh, my goodness.
and believe me.
Yes.
And believe me, that was a real thing.
You're throwing batteries at somebody, you need to get locked up.
Yeah, man, that's
good grief.
All right. Bryce Harper. A lot of talk, All-Star game. I'm a big Bryce Harper fan. I want Bryce to hit 500 the entire season with 50 home runs and 170 RBIs. Bryce Harper this year is batting .248 with 15 home runs, 40 RBIs. It's okay. He's under. By the way, he's hitting under 250. That's not good enough. No. The 15 bombs is good, It's only June. It doesn't mean that he's going to finish with a 250, a 248 batting average. Hell, he might get hot and bat 270, 280 by the end of the season. And I'm telling you that very easily could happen.
Agreed.
But, man, when you're going into the elite season and you're carrying yourself a certain way and you're that mad at the GM and the All-Star game's in your hometown, and, man, you're betting 248, 15 home runs is good. The guys hitting in front of you aren't great, but also he wanted to remain hitting third. He didn't want to get moved in the lineup. He doesn't want to move to right field. He wants to stay at first base. I get it for the long term. You don't want to move away from first base, but damn it, this lineup needs production. And if that means you have to play some right field, maybe you should go play some right field. Here's all I'm saying, that I declared this year as the beginning of the second act of Bryce Harper. Dave Dombrowski made a mess with the non-elite comments. It was totally unnecessary, but it also wasn't what he was saying wasn't wrong. I don't know if Bryce Harper is an elite player anymore. Is he showing that he's an elite player anymore? He's not.
He's got his moments.
Is he an all-star level player? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Very good. I mean, very good if you're hitting 248. I don't know. I mean, I still think he's an all-star level player. But when you're talking about elite, you're talking about the elite players in baseball.
Yeah, it's hard to sit there and say that he's elite, right? We have to be honest about it. But, like, I feel like this is the definition of getting hot. Like, he is that dude. He could very well put together the opposite of what he's doing right now, which is one hit in his last 29 plate appearances. It's ugly the last 7 games.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. One hit across 29 plate appearances.
I saw a tweet, and I was just looking for it right now. If you look at the last however many games, like you just said, it's bad.
Yeah, I think it was Corey Seidman had something last night that was really eye-opening. But we all are in agreement that Bryce Harper could very well go on a 3-game stretch where he hits 4 home runs.
He could be hitting 265 by the end of the month.
So, look, he's got to hit 30 home runs, 30-plus this year.
He's on pace.
Yes, he is. And that's why I will say with my chest that he is absolutely an all-star, and he is still in competition for elite. And I think he does well with the glove. Is he a Gold Glove? I think he shows flashes that he's really good. I don't know if he's on the level of a Gold Glover by no means. Still makes some mistakes. But it's definitely not the easiest position to just go ahead mid-career and say, I'm going to learn to play first base at a major league level either.
Right.
I think he's played pretty well over there. So I do factor that into the equation. But he is the type of guy, man, that if he barrels it up, it's most likely gone.
Yeah, he's hot. When he's cold, he struggles and he's trying to find it. When he's hot, look out. So here's my question: Nick, can you look up real quick and see how many games until the All-Star game?
Yesterday we were 26 days until 26.
So roughly 22 games.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Something like that.
Yep.
What's the average need to be, and how many home runs does he need to have? Because the home runs are almost there right now.
So if he's got 20 games left, you would like to see him at least 4 to 5 more bombs. So
let's say 18 home runs. That's pretty good.
Yeah, he'll have 18 plus.
Can he be under 250?
If the home runs are there, yes. If he gets 20 home runs in the first half.
But you know what I mean? That like when you're at the All-Star game and they flash the stats when you come up.
Yeah.
So the 22 games, I was right. You flash the stats, and it's like Bryce Harper. Here's what he's done so far in 2026, and he's batting 248.
Yeah,
bro, that ain't good enough. If you have 27 home runs, Kyle Schwarber's an all-star because does he have 25 now? Kyle Schwarber.
Yeah, he leads.
So if he doesn't get a home run for the rest of which is good, very unusual, but he already has enough home runs to be an all-star. Yeah. Not the starter. Like, Ohtani's going to be the starter, right? Like that's who's good. But like, if he has 28, 29 home runs, that's an all-star, even if he's batting 220. That's an all-star. 248 with 18 home runs is borderline at best.
But the game is here. So
I agree with you.
Right? Like, he's going to get the benefit of the doubt of that, and he should from the standpoint of, like, people with the right heads on their shoulders. Now, there is the naysayers, and they'll be like, what? Those stats don't – he shouldn't be an all-star. There's 3 guys in front of him. And I get the argument, but it is in Philadelphia, 250. He belongs.
Matt Olson's going to be the starter, and then it's either Freddie Freeman or Bryce Harper, or do they go with 3, which they could.
Yeah, they could, and they should.
If they wanted to get Bryce in the game, they will. And you're right. Not only the benefit of the doubt, they're looking to get him in the All-Star game.
Correct. Real quick, Schwarber still leading the league. The league in home runs are 25. Did you see yesterday? Bohm, the most RBIs in this month.
Telling you.
Wow, that's pretty good.
As a positive Bohm guy, which I was going in the season. It was a rough start.
Wait, you were?
Yes.
You were the contract guy?
So
I was a contract guy.
I was. It's gone too far. Everybody's acting like he's a total piece of crap. And he's not.
Okay, gotcha. Yes.
Because I went from get rid of him, like you're not going to re-sign him, get rid of him, and try to get something for him, to everybody saying just designate him for assignment. He stinks, and it's like, hang on a second. The dude's still a good player. No, I wanted him to be the cleanup hitter because everybody said, oh, Garcia should be the cleanup hitter. I'm like, man, Garcia sucks. He can't be the cleanup hitter. Now, Bohm started off really slow.
Yeah, he did. But he's coming around.
Yep.
Leads the month of June in RBI. And it's June 19th as far as the league. Most RBIs. Pretty good.
Sure is. We have Sam Ostry coming up.
Yes.
Who is he's our draft and NBA expert.
Dude hasn't left the computer in a week or so. He is dialed in on all things NBA draft.
And remember when we talked to Gansey and we were talking about the draft? The draft with Cleveland was his thing. Man, if they could nail a first-round draft pick to add that to the current core, that would be unbelievable. So 1 o'clock, we're going to do that. Coming up next, 610-632-0975. So Marsh is the only starter in the National League voting right now. Yeah, Marshy's going to be an all-star if he keeps up like this.
Hell yeah.
All right, Middays and Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Bill Collar.
Sought-after players that could be available at the trade deadline. Now, there will be a lot of gas bags in this market. Hopefully they're not in this building that will tell you, oh, they should go get Scooble. They should go get Mike Trout. They can't get Mike Trout. Here's the reason. The Phillies have problems right now. Can they go to their minor league system and go get some top prospects? Somebody to call up that everybody would say, hey, this could solve a problem? Andrew was just talking about it. Hell no. It looks like the picked-over shelves at a Giant the day before a blizzard. They got nobody. Nobody's coming to save the day from the minor league system. There is nothing coming to help the problem. So if you don't have prospects that are ready to come up and ready to help you at the major league level, how do you think you are going to be able to get one of the top pitchers on the market or top players on the market? Especially one of the top players on the market who has every opportunity in his entire career to come here and play and has rejected it. Could have found his way here on his own and rejected it. Would rather play in anonymity in the shadow of Disneyland. No. What it is the Phillies don't have it. You know who does? The Dodgers, the Braves, the Yankees, other franchises who are contenders that are right now, by the way, teams that are better.
First of all, starting the tweet with sorry Philly fans. Like, what are you sorry about? Like, what do we need to be sorry about? Like, the New York Knicks fans who looked like absolute trash half of this finals, and I know it's not all of them, half of this finals doing the stuff they were doing in the streets, beating people up, doing all this ridiculous stuff. That, number one, we're supposed to feel good for them? Or how about the fans that came down to Xfinity Mobile Arena and they chanted bleep and bead as loud as they possibly could every single time they were in the building? We're supposed to feel good for them? And then even if they didn't do any of that stuff, even if they were the greatest fans in the world, we're Philadelphia. That's New York. New York looks down on this city. They've always looked down on this city. They've always accused us of being a second-rate city. We're supposed to feel good? Oh, but poor Knicks fans. They've waited since 1973, and if you don't appreciate that, you don't like sports. Get the hell out of here with that. I'm not going to feel good for these ridiculous Knicks fans. Do you think those Knicks fans felt good for Philadelphia in Super Bowl 52? Were they out on the street saying, wow, look how united the city of Philadelphia is. Yay, Philly. Yay. Come on with that stuff. Get out of here. And every fan is coming at Sealski, and they're right. Like, don't lecture the city of Philadelphia. With what we've had to put up with from New York, we're now supposed to be, yay, Knicks fans. Like, I appreciate what Brunson did and Josh Hart and Karl Anthony Towns and OG Anunoby. Like, I feel good for the players. I feel good for the players. They deserved it. They earned it. They're a likable team. But to sit here and lecture the Philadelphia fans that we're supposed to feel good for the Knicks fans? Come on, Mike.
This is borderline butt rock. Yeah. I can imagine you liked the song when it first came out.
Dude. Yeah. When Kid Rock first came out, and again, he was out way
you were in
before.
Scranton.
Yeah, everybody loved Kid Rock. Everybody. Remember the little man, Joe C?
Yeah, the dwarf.
Yeah, there you go. He was a great hype man.
He would know he's a great hype. That's the first thing I thought. First I remember seeing Kid Rock was at a spring break, an MTV spring break, and he was doing that, but then all the other stuff, it was just craziness. And I'm not telling you I've seen him live, but, there's a reason why Kid Rock's been successful.
Yeah, look.
Now he's a country star.
Now he's all over the place. Who knows? But he's always been that dude where, like, you liked him, right? He just never cared, throw the middle finger up, did it his way. Because, like, he was like a hip-hop star. Not a hip-hop star, excuse me, but he did, like,
he was crossover.
Rap. Yeah, he did rap. He's from Detroit, right? Yeah, Detroit. Yep. So he did the rap, but, knew how to rock it. He was, I'll tell you straight up, very smart, very marketable, knew, like, what he needed to do to jump off, and was a chameleon.
Very savvy.
There you go.
Yep. And if you remember, was married to what most people considered the best-looking woman in the world at the time.
Kid Rock was married to who?
You don't remember that?
Wow, I'm drawing a blank. I'm brain dead right now. That's a total brain fart.
All right, so turn of the century, late 90s, early 2000s, who would have been considered the hottest woman in the world?
I think of Pam. I think of Carmen Electra.
He was married to Pam Anderson.
Was he married to Pam at
Sure
one point?
was. Yep. Correct.
Jeez.
2006. Now, it only lasted a couple months.
Well, I was going to say, she was married to Tommy Lee.
They filed for divorce in November. They got married in July.
Kid Rock. Wait, one more time.
They got married in July. They filed for divorce in November.
That is awesome. That is now you have to send the gifts back, right? You can't keep the gifts if you don't make it 4 months. I think that's the fine print.
I think you can.
4 months? I'm calling you up. I'm saying, dude, give me back my coffee maker.
My buddy got married in it was like he's getting married in Dewey Beach, Delaware. My buddy Pete, he might be out there listening.
What's up, Pete?
He got married in Dewey Beach, Delaware.
Love Dewey.
So, we go down and like we're doing and like I do get the wedding card and you put the check and I'm not acting like that I gave him $1 million or something. But
$300.
It was probably nicer than I wish I would have given him, honestly.
I'm at 300 across the board.
Like 300.
Okay.
Maybe a little more because I wanted to. They had already gotten married, like at the Justice of the Peace. They didn't even have a ceremony. They just rented this house and they had a party. I'm like, hang on a second.
Yeah, hold up.
You didn't even have a ceremony? You're just having a house party? I got dressed up for a wedding?
What'd you eat? What'd they serve?
Well, I don't remember any of that. I just remember being like, listen, you got to at least have the ceremony, even if you guys are so now I gave you $300 or $400 to come to a party at your house.
Are they still married?
Yes.
Okay, well then,
Yeah,
that's
Pete and
good.
Stacy.
All right, good. Congratulations.
I don't know. At the time, I was just like, hang on a second. So this is what. Let me have a house party at my house. Everybody give me $300-$400.
That's smart. Actually,
Yeah, it might have
smart.
been.
Grand scheme of things, it's the way to do it.
Because if you think about it, even if the house was expensive, it's not like paying for a wedding.
Dude, I spent a crazy amount of money on our wedding. We did it in Key West.
Oh, the Key West Boomerang?
Unbelievable.
You know what that is?
Yeah.
All right, so can we play a voice memo? This is on the Davis Honda text line, Sean. I don't know if you know this. You can send us voice memos.
I did not.
In addition to text messages. Just leave your name, location, occupation. Here is, are you ready, Earnshaw? No, he's looking
Nick.
for it.
WD.
All right. Good.
You're Sean Brace. Bowl me on Saturday at Brooklyn Bowl. Come on, man. I want a Club Herd shirt. If I lose, I'll wear an adult diaper. A whole 8-hour shift. Come on, man. Zach from the Northeast. Love the show. Okay. Love you. Bye.
All right, so Zach Instagrammed me yesterday. My bad, Zach. It went to my hidden folder, so I'm.
Because you never talked to him before, and you need to approve it.
I'm accepting it now. Absolutely, my bad, Zach. Meant to get you back last night. 100%. We're bowling on Saturday. We're going to go to head-to-head.
So what are you doing on Saturday? Tell us.
Saturday, I will be live at Brooklyn Bowl from 6 to 8, hanging out with the folks. Modelo Match Nights. We got another World Cup game happening in Philadelphia. So Modelo's doing something every time they play at the link. We're going to do something around the city. I'll be at Brooklyn Bowl from 6 to 8 p.m. I'm going to bowl Zach head-to-head. And if I lose, I have to buy him I have to get him a Jalen Hurts, Club Hurts T-shirt. And then if I win, then I need to get I don't know.
He has to wear an adult diaper.
Oh,
that's what he said.
I love it
for an entire 8 hours. I think is what he said right there.
Wow, I'm in.
Really, it should be that you have to go to the bathroom twice in the adult diaper.
Come on, I don't know.
The first time it absorbs, the second time it doesn't.
Dude, that's disgusting. Oh, my God. It's so disgusting. But, yes, you're wearing an adult diaper if I beat you. Now, I stink at bowling.
That's what I was going to ask you. Are you good at bowling?
Terrible.
What will you bowl? If first game you walk out.
I just did it the other day, and
Not drunk.
broke 100 one time out of 4 games.
Yeah.
I stink. I don't know why I'm bad at bowling. You throw a ball straight.
And you're from Scranton. Normally, people from Scranton are very good at bowling.
You're not lying.
Like
that and karaoke.
Oh, who's the... Was it?
Oh, Ern McCracken.
Was Ernie McCracken from Scranton? From Kincade, he was.
Yes. Ern was from Scranton. Let's go. And then Ishmael. Ishmael was from Bethlehem. Where
he was from Lancaster. Right.
Yeah. Dude, that is one of the greatest movies, The Rascals. It's a beautiful morning and says Scranton something.
That's
something,
funny.
something.
That's
Yeah.
a really, really funny
Woody.
movie. All right. But he asked about Club Hurts T-shirts. A lot of people have been asking about this. They're live on the site right now. Nice. If you go to 975thefanatic.com and you look for the Fanatic store, boom, you click. They're $20, and it's a Club Hurts T-shirt, and it's not a bad-looking, boxy, 100% cotton T-shirt. We got a cotton poly mix, and you have a form-fitting women's T-shirts as well. But it's Club Hurts, the number 1 on the front with the Club Hurts, and on the back, it's the Revenge Tour.
Oh, yeah. With all the dates. Sorry, I was just thinking about Ern McCracken's hairline, and I was like, is that Bill Colarula?
So Ernie McCracken has the ultimate comb over.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Where he doesn't have it glued down. It comes flying over. Bill's not quite that
No.
bad.
What a movie. What a movie. I kid. Although I'm bald, so shave it, Bill.
Was Munson from Scranton or was Ernie McCracken from Scranton? Were they both from Scranton?
Who was from? I thought Ern was from Scranton.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm wondering.
That's funny.
Because where was Munson from? It was Roy, right? Roy Munson. Is it Roy Munson?
1990. No, yeah. Roy Munson. That was the professional bowl. There you go. It's famously set in Scranton 17 years after ending.
So it was set in Scranton.
Yes. Woody, remember, he woke up in that hotel to start, and he wasn't paying rent, so that's why he was in Scranton. Yes.
Yeah, he was laying with the old, and then he was living with the old lady.
Yeah, and she.
No, I know.
So good. So good.
Oh my God.
Classics from Kingpin.
All right. Sam Ostrey's coming up next.
Yeah, there you go.
What do you want the Sixers? Is this a best of player available?
Always is, John.
Really?
Always
I go
is.
specific positions.
Oh, you are.
Yeah, sure. Why not? What's fun about best player available?
Is there a VJ Edgecombe that's available coming up here?
I mean, maybe you can pick the right player. There's players that are in the 20s that you can get that become great players.
Tyrese Maxey.
Right
around this area.
Was he 22?
Was he 21?
21, I think.
Something like
he
that?
was, yeah.
Yeah, you see it all the time.
All right.
Well, where was Gilgeous Alexander? Where was he drafted? He wasn't a top 5 pick, was he? I know
Johnson was a second-round pick.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this isn't the old days where you need to have the number 1 overall pick, and that's how you build a team, or you buy it with high-priced superstars. And Gansey done a good job in Cleveland in drafting some of these guys. We'll talk to Sam. He's all over it. He's going to tell us who the Sixers should draft. That's coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic. Let's talk about the BetParx app. That is correct. All right, so you know what's going on. You have a ton of pro soccer that's going on right now, right? So check this out. Soccer Fest at BetParx continues today with another World Soccer watch party starting at 3 o'clock. The whole thing starts at 1, but USA-Australia today at 3 o'clock. It's a great place to watch. Amazing. The BetParx book is great. And also, the BetParx app has you covered online. So you want to do BetParx in person? Beautiful. That's the Parx Casino. But online, you can bet anything. How about live betting during the game? All right, get to the BetParx Sportsbook at Parx Casino tonight. This starts at 1 o'clock. The game starts at 3. Soccer jerseys, great swag, drink specials, and more. And you're catching every match live in the BetParx state-of-the-art sports book. Watch all the action, 156-foot high-definition video wall that the game will be on. Again, check it out. The BetParx Sportsbook at Parx Casino in Bensalem, right off of 95, Pennsylvania Turnpike, starting at 1 p.m. today. Details at betparx.com. You must be 21 and in PA, New Jersey, or Maryland. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports
Painter going on a little bit of a break. I'm Nick Earnshaw with your Fanatic Sports Update. The Phillies sent rookie Andrew Painter back down to AAA just a few days ago after starting his major league career with an ERA over 7. Dave Dombrowski, president of baseball operations, spoke to the media yesterday about what the plan is going forward for Painter.
Well, he's going to throw a couple sides to start off, and then we'll determine when to put him into the actual game. I don't know if it'll be a week or 10 days, but it'll be sometime in that time frame.
Phils have the Mets again tomorrow as Christopher Sanchez will get the ball on the bump. The NBA draft is next week starting on June 23rd, along with the NHL draft beginning on June 26th. FIFA World Cup is today, and U.S. plays at 3 p.m. and Brazil takes on Haiti in Philadelphia. This update is sponsored by Taco Bell. Taco Bell's new jalapeno citrus salsa, the sauce with the main character energy, at participating U.S. Taco Bell locations for a limited time only while supplies last. I'm Nick Earnshaw, and you're home of the Flyers, Sixers, and Union, 97.5 The Fanatic, and The Fanatic.
Let's do that. Now, Andrew Salciunas has the day off today. It is not because of a clip that went viral from our show last week about Jalen Hurts. He's got regular vacation, but he was getting ripped because he said his number 1 question for the Eagles this year is about Jalen Hurts' performance at the quarterback position with the change in offense, Sean Mannion now taking over. What is your evaluation of that? Is that your number 1 question?
My number 1 question for this team this year would be if the offensive line can stay healthy and hold up. And it's not a very sexy question, right? Like, if the offensive line isn't healthy, we can't get Landon Dickerson and Cam Jurgens and Lane Johnson back to health. I don't care what plays Sean Mannion's calling. They're not going to have much of a chance. The offensive line has to be better. It has to be healthier. They've been the foundation of that team for so long. They've been responsible for so much success. We're talking about elite all-time Eagle talents. So I don't say this in a critical way, but I say it in a way in which the offensive line has had to play through some injuries, and it's aging. And are they going to hold up and hold together? If they do, it's going to be a great season. If they don't, it's not. To me, that's where it starts.
Is this drowning pool? I believe it is.
Is it? I thought it was Disturbed.
Is it Disturbed or drowning pool? It's Disturbed.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
Bring it down a little bit. It's really loud. I used to, you know where I had this?
Drowning pool. You're right.
See, I know my butt rock.
There you go.
But this was, I think I illegally downloaded this. You can keep it up for this. Here we go, here we go, here we go. 1,
nothing's wrong with me. 2, nothing's wrong with me.
Bring it up.
Nothing's wrong with me. 4, nothing's wrong with me.
Something's got to get
it. This is definitely butt rock.
Here it comes. This is where he goes crazy. This is probably a high school football theme during this year.
I just saw a video with Shane Gillis, who's coming to the link July. Still trying to get him to stop by here. He just said that he was at the White House for the fights over the
UFC
weekend,
fight?
and he goes, "It was ridiculous, dude." He's like, "We're sitting there at the White House watching this, and all of a sudden you just heard, 'Let the bodies hit the floor.'"
Really?
Yes. Cracking up. So stupid.
That's awesome. All right, there you go. It's Butt Rock Friday, but on Tuesday, Sean.
Yes, sir.
NBA draft, and we're going to cover it here for you on 97.5 The Fanatic. Now, we're going to I think D is going to lead us into the draft, but at 8 o'clock on Tuesday. It's a YouTube exclusive on 97.5 The Fanatic's YouTube page, and this is what we're doing, man. We're converting people to digital, all right? So when you're home watching the draft, we're going to take you through pick-by-pick analysis with some experts. And it's also kind of a state of the team show.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we'll talk about the picks. But then as we wait the Sixers to come up, we're going to have Sean Bernard and our next guest who's on here right now, Sam Ostry, who is a noted NBA analyst and draft insider. And he joins us right now on Zoom. What's up, Sam?
What's going on, guys? Thanks for having me. Good to be here.
Yeah, so we're gonna bring on Sean Bernard to irritate us. Yep. I know you guys fight all the time. Sam.
That's what he does to everybody.
Right. So we'll break down the team, the direction, Embiid, everything else, and then we'll talk about the draft. As you know, it's pretty interesting with the Sixers. That it would really, really help the development because I mean, I'm not looking at next year. They have a season. We have to watch them like there is a season. I think everybody knows where this team is going. It's a matter of how long Embiid's here, not if he's here for the rest of his career. And I'm looking forward to that next step. But like drafting somebody that can really help this team next year and going into the future is very important. When you look at this draft overall, Sam, when the Sixers are going to be picking, where's the strength? Is there any strength? And kind of what's your expectation of what they do?
Yeah, I think you can look at Mike Ganzi's drafts in Cleveland, and he was known as the guy running those drafts. And what he did really well was he drafted 3-and-D wings. And that's exactly what the Sixers need. You look at Jalen Tyson for the Cavaliers. He was picked 20 a couple years ago. You look at Dean Wade, who was actually an undrafted free agent, but that was Mike Ganzi's finding. Great 3-and-D wing for the Cavs. That's what the Sixers need. And I heard you guys earlier talking about best player available or positional need. When you're the Sixers and you have a backcourt of the future in VJ Edgecombe and Tyrese Maxey, you have to go positional need, which is a 3-and-D type wing. And there's a lot of good prospects at 22 for that.
As far as pre-draft workouts, are you hearing any rumors? Are you buying into anything? Does that make you believe that, they're going to work this guy out and potentially he could be a target? Or is it just a matter of teams do their due diligence when it comes to that regards to that?
It's interesting because Daryl Morey never let that stuff leak, ever. Like, you had no idea who was in the building for in-draft workouts, and it's been the complete opposite. They had 6 guys who were named as potential workout candidates, and one just posted from Philadelphia yesterday, Dalen Swain from Texas, who I think is a really good prospect. He was flexing that he was on top of the 4 seasons yesterday. Ooh. So he was in Philadelphia for a workout yesterday. So there's been 6 guys who are all going to be around that range of 22, and it seems like the Sixers have brought all of them in for workouts.
Yeah, you mentioned Swain. I'm looking at a couple mock drafts here, and you have Koa Pete, who, again, you're looking at guys 6'7", 3-and-D, shoot the 3, small forward, athletic. When you look at the team right now, that's really I think the modern NBA, that's what you want. They already have their guards, so they need a couple of different wings, interchangeable positions.
I want to bring you on the inside real quick, Sam. I texted you and Sean via text, our group chat, a couple weeks ago that Koa Pete was in a Sports Illustrated mock draft, and I believe Bernard said it would be a fireable offense if he was selected. Am I putting words in his mouth, and do you feel the same?
Yeah, I don't know about, I wouldn't say to that extent, but he's more of a big man, but he's not a big man replacement for Embiid. He's more of a 4, and he can play with a stretch center, but he doesn't have those shooting skills, and he's kind of undersized for a real center. So I don't really see the fit there, and I don't think he's good enough as a shooter. So I wouldn't love the Pete selection. I also saw Sam Viceni for The Athletic, who does a great job with his mock drafts. His comparison for him was a higher upside Tobias Harris. That name makes my skin crawl. It should make everybody's skin crawl when you're comparing someone to Tobias Harris.
Yeah, but also if they could get a better Tobias Harris in the 20s, that's a pretty good draft pick.
For sure, but that's like an upside. Like his ceiling would be a Tobias Harris. I just don't see the fit as all right, you're looking either to draft a 3-and-D wing or you're looking to draft an Embiid replacement. I don't think he fits either of those.
Any consideration to trading up and trying to grab? Do the Sixers have future assets, et cetera? Would you think that that's a strong consideration to try to jump up?
I don't think they will. They certainly do have the assets to, especially when they're dangling those Clippers picks in the next few drafts. I just wouldn't do that in this draft because it kind of cuts off for me around 10, where you're you have really great top 10, and then after that there's a lot of 11 through 25 you can get similar type of players. So I wouldn't necessarily trade up and risk all those future assets. I think they can get something pretty good at 22.
A lot of Koa Pete's when I look through the mock draft roundup. So maybe I should be studying Koa Pete going forward.
I'm telling you, Bernard was very adamant. He was not the guy. So it'd be interesting.
Well, can I give you a different guy?
Yes, please. That was the next question.
So if you're going to look for an Embiid replacement, Chris Sinek out of Houston is the guy who I would look for. He's an unbelievable athlete, a great defender. He has limited skill. He's not some guy who can pop out and shoot or the decision maker that an Embiid is. But when you're looking into the post-Embiid era, who can be a good lob threat with Maxey and VG Edgecombe, he is a really high upside center that I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up being the guy coming to Philly. And he was part of the workouts, one of the guys who came to Philly this week.
Unbelievable. We're here. It is the first piece to Mike Ganzi's puzzle, and he's only got 1 pick to work with. Do you think there's a chance that maybe he trades back and wants to add a little bit, because he's hungry and he loves the draft and he works well, and this is what his specialty is, Sam, because with the only 1 pick in the 2 rounds, that might be troublesome if you're trying to add a bunch here.
I don't think so, because remember how they got this pick. This is the pick that they acquired when they traded for Jared McCain. And I know Daryl Morey's gone, but the stink of the Jared McCain trade is not gone. Nick Nurse it deserves a lot of blame for that. He was the guy who couldn't fit Jared McCain into the rotation and couldn't find a role for him. And then he goes to the defending champion Thunder, and he thrives there. And Bob Myers, Josh Harris said at the end of season press conference that Bob Myers greenlit the Jared McCain trade. So the fact that they didn't get a player back for Jerry McCain, who's supposed to be part of their future. It feels like they need to draft a player that can build with Edgecombe and Maxey. And I think that's why they're actually going to ultimately end up selecting someone at 22.
Yeah, Sam Oshry's going to join us part of the coverage. Sean and I are going to be anchoring our draft night coverage here on the Fanatics YouTube channel. So, again, maybe you're not a big YouTube person yet, but you got to do it because all of our content's on YouTube, and you can watch us live. You can watch us later on. But as the digital world kind of evolves, that's where a lot of this stuff's going to be ended up. So you can watch us live Tuesday night. We're going to start at around 8 o'clock, and it'll be draft coverage with everybody, and it's also going to be about the team. You heard our interview with Gansey, his introductory press conference. Did you think the messaging has been interesting from Myers and then Gansey? They're certainly not kissing Joel Embiid's ass, and they're leaving the door open to Joel Embiid possibly not being here.
I know everybody kind of clowned Gansey when he said the fountains thing. He was like, I want fountains, not drains.
That's right.
But I understood the analogy because you want high character guys, and that's what VG Edgecombe is. That's what Tyrese Maxey is, and I think that's important for whoever this pick at 22 is going to be. Embiid is not that. He is a drain. I know he didn't necessarily mention Embiid by name, but that's a guy who is a drain and takes a lot of the energy and infectious joy out of the facility every single day. So he didn't say it directly, but I thought you guys asked him some great questions, Gansey I'm talking about Embiid. And one of the things he said was he's on the team right now. That was really interesting to me that he said he added those words right now. So they're thinking of a Joel Embiid exit strategy, whether that's this year, this summer at the deadline, or next year. But that's the type of plan that they have to outline over these next couple of years.
Yeah, I mean, I think that if they can move him for what they think is a good deal, they'll do it. And what they're looking for more than anything, I think this is they challenge him pretty hard this offseason.
Yeah.
Gansey with us talked about his defense can be better. It was Bob Myers that said it's not just about being in shape, it's showing up in shape to training camp, right? Like you can't just show up to training camp and be like, all right, let me get in shape. No, you have to make a year-round commitment, especially with his injuries. I mean, Christ, we had T.O. on the show that was saying, like, man, Embiid's got to commit to being a better player. He's got to commit to taking care of his health better. It's fairly obvious. And now it becomes of the point of this might be the last chance for Joel here this year if he's on there. Because, I don't know what you think about getting rid of the contract, Sam, but I think that for the most part, if I was a crappy team like the Kings or the Pelicans or something, I would trade for Joel Embiid. At least you lose with a guy that used to win the MVP.
And we discussed that weeks ago where if you're a team like the Nets or the Kings and you don't have these draft picks the next couple of years, why wouldn't you take on Embiid's contract? But yeah, I don't know if it's necessarily going to happen this season. Maybe you wait for his value to increase if he has a pretty good first half of the year, but you know that injury's ultimately coming. There is an exit strategy and plan that the Sixers are forming. And the other interesting thing that Bob Myers said was, he's like, the Sixers don't have an identity. We need to find an identity. It's pretty hard, I'd venture to say impossible, to find an identity when the best player on your team who can create an identity only plays half the season. It's almost impossible. So again, Embiid wasn't directly mentioned by name when Bob Myers said that, but that was a veil shot at Embiid in my mind.
One big picture question for Sam. Can't wait to get together on Tuesday night. Looking forward to it as always. Who's the best player in this draft, and not situation? Don't care about situation. Don't care about the what took place in college. Who's the best player in this draft?
It's AJ DeBansta. He just screams like a guy who can be a 1A on a championship team. He's such a great pull-up shooter, can get to the basket, defend at a high level, has all the physical tools. He's going to be a superstar wherever he goes. And I know Darren Peterson's discussed a lot, and Cam Boozer is discussed a lot, but I think AJ DeBansta is so far and away the best player in this draft.
All right, he's done it again, Sean Brace.
I'm excited.
Sam Oshry, we will talk to you. We'll be live on YouTube at about 8 o'clock on Tuesday night. So if you're sitting down at home and you want to watch the draft, you're like, you know what, let me pop these guys on. We'll go pick by pick. We'll talk about the Sixers, and we'll go all the way to the 76ers pick. Looking forward to it, Sam. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. I'll see you Tuesday.
All right,
damn right. Nice work, Sam. He joined, believe it or not. He was a little bit of a free agent for a little while, and he has now moved over to front office sports. So Sam's doing stuff for the FOS people. Shout out. Sam is incredible. He was working on a book, very head smart. Got a good brain on his shoulders.
Yeah, he's
also another young buck. He's like 26, whatever it is.
See, you can see what we're doing? We're trying to usher in the next young stars in sports media. Now, can Nick Earnshaw be that? We know Ray already is.
Oh, dude, he is the head of a station.
Yes.
Was it again?
No, but he's also 25.
Yeah.
Which is, you just didn't start it. You've been doing it.
What's your call letters against him?
WDBK.
WDBK.
Yeah, I rebuilt it from scratch, from zero. So I had to, literally create the whole thing, go through 4 years of stuff, and create it from nothing.
WDBK.
4 years of stuff. So you did this when you were 21?
No, 40 years.
40. Oh,
So
the signal was silent for 40 years?
No, it was going, and then we had to reimagine the whole entire thing, and nothing had been replaced for 40 years.
Attaboy.
So it was old school stuff.
So is it all college kids doing it?
Correct. Yeah.
So it's
some
all
alums.
college radio.
Yep, and some alums. Yep.
Okay, that's so cool.
Yeah, man.
I love it. My first radio job, the station is silent, but it was WNJC. It was
WNJC.
It was 1360 AM. And when I say my first radio job, I paid to be on the air. I bought time. It was actually, Jeff Harbaugh, who I worked with at WPN AM, I had met him when I went to Temple. He didn't go to Temple, but he started buying time at the station. It was $100 for the hour, but you were able to take phone calls. It was a small signal, but you had people that would call in. So after doing that with Jeff for a little bit, I'm like, you know what? I was at Temple for a project, an independent project. I could get 3 credits, and the idea was, let me do a 13-week radio show. And I had to do a log of every show, and I had Amy Caples was my faculty advisor, and I got 3 credits for doing a show every 13 weeks. So that was my first thing, and that was 2004, 2005, and then I stuck around and I was helping them out with a lot of stuff. There you go.
Yeah. So that was my first station too. So I went back to rebuild the whole thing because it was a disaster when I was there.
Look at you. All right, let's go. A couple phone calls here. Let's go to Joe. Joe's calling from Harleysville, Pennsylvania. Hi, Joe.
Hi. How are you, John?
What's going on?
First, not much. I'm just concerned. I'll tell you, I've been thinking about the Phillies and earlier about it a little bit, but Mike, I'm 70-plus years old, and I've been watching the Phillies since '64. My daughter's been taking me to the Father's Day games. We're going this weekend.
Oh, cool.
And I'll tell you, what I've noticed, the last really good Phillies game that I liked was the one with the 2010-11 team. Although we didn't get to the World Series, that team, I don't understand how it never made it. They just crashed at the end. But with Roy Halladay and Cliff Lee, those pitchers could pitch. When they were on the mound, the rest of the bullpen took off, And we had everyday players like Rollins and Utley and Howard.
They should have had at least one more series appearance and probably another title. That team was too good. The year that they won over 100 games, that team was too good to not win.
Yes, and I was there I don't know how many times. But I'll tell you, I noticed fans, and I don't know, it just seems that we have gotten used to mediocrity, like mediocre players. You have some players that are superstars, but the majority of the team are mediocre players, sub-250 hitters and things like that, and I don't understand how we can accept that.
I mean, so what are we going to do? Like boo them off the field, or I don't know what else.
Well,
what else we can do?
I believe it has to do with talent evaluation.
Mm-hmm. Well,
yeah,
their farm system. I saw Jeff Kerr. I don't know who he writes for now. Is it SI?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jeff Kerr is now a guy. He used to work for CBS Sports, I think.
Correct.
Listen, I've never met Jeff. I'm sure he's a nice enough guy or whatever. But his new thing to do is to talk down to everybody on Twitter.
Oh, no.
So people that were saying Dombrowski's, the farm system sucks, that he's ruined the farm system. Instead of looking at and this is social media that I'm talking about, instead of looking at it and being like, the person's point is that the farm system isn't very good, he's arguing semantics. Like, oh, well, how did he destroy the farm system? Forget about that. The farm system isn't very good right now. Bottom line, your depth for starting pitching is none. You don't have anybody to bring up to take over for Painter, or you're bringing up a guy that you don't really like, or it's just like a minor leaguer, and that's about it. You look at right field. You look at the outfield. They don't even have depth to come up to try to fill in some positions. So they've made some trades. They've lost some prospects and some good players in those trades, but their minor league system right now is not very good. And I don't need to have seen any of these players play to be able to say the minor league system is any good. Because that's another thing you said is like, these people that are saying this has never seen any of these players play. So what? You have? I actually have seen them play. I watch them on the MILB app, so I do watch the freaking players play.
All the time.
But, like, it's far from a stretch to say that the minor league system's struggling right now.
Nick Earnshaw actually knows Jeff. Apparently, what? You guys are doing a show tonight? How about that? He does stuff down at 97.3 as well.
Oh, is he doing stuff down at 97.3?
Yeah, he's doing some stuff down there.
Oh, I mean, awkward to put you in this spot, but like, you know what?
I like Jeff.
That's what we do.
No, I know, but
I like Jeff as well. But it's interesting. I'm looking at his tweets right now.
He talks down to the fans, and I don't know if he thinks that he's trying to get engagement, and that's going to make him more popular. Trust me, that's not the way, dude.
Well, I would say this much. From the standpoint of the argument itself, I am in agreement with you. It's been troublesome with this minor league operation, that's for sure.
Yeah, I would just give him some advice tonight, career advice. Stop.
That's Nick
I'll talk to him.
Nick Earnshaw can do that because he runs a station.
He's a mentor.
That's it.
Exactly.
How many people you got working underneath you?
We had about 28 last year.
Dude.
38 between both semesters.
That's
28
pretty cool.
in the spring.
Look at you.
Yeah.
All right. I missed my invite to come talk to your student. I must have gotten in the stand folder.
I only started it last semester. I only brought 2 guests in. I'm working on it.
Who were the guests?
It was Dalt Holland from 302 Birds and Jen McGraw.
How could you not bring them in before me, Sean?
I know, right?
Jen McGraw. It's a big deal.
Not Tim.
You can come in.
Not Tug.
I'm just messing with you. But I would love to come in and talk to you.
Absolutely.
Like
we'll get it set up.
One time they brought a class in, and it was back. Remember the conference room used to be back here. Now it's totally different. It's back where like Bill sits now. That used to be the conference room.
Oh yeah.
Before they renovated, I remember they brought some high school in from somewhere in Philadelphia, and I came into the room and they're like, "Oh, it's John Marks, blah blah blah." And I don't know why I said it, what I was on at the time, but I told him, I'm like, listen, if you have somebody tell you that you can't be successful without going to college, you tell them they're wrong. Like, because some people don't go to college and they're very successful. Going to trade schools, going and learning a craft or something like that. Like, don't let anybody tell you that you're wrong or you're stupid because you don't go to college. Not everybody needs to go to college. And I can see the teacher looking at me like, are you telling these kids not to go to college? And that wasn't the message. The message is, because I was told when I was in high school, you're stupid if you don't go to college. You'll never make money.
Yep.
College graduates make this much money. If you don't go to college, you'll be poor. That's what I was told. And you know what? All the idiots that went to college and wasted money on a history degree and do nothing with it, you could have went and got in the trade. You could have went and done something else not going to college. You don't need to go to college to be successul.
Amen to that. Here.
And Nick can't say that because he's out of college.
No, yeah.
But anyway, I won't say that to your class, to your students. If I go in. All right, Zach from Northeast Philly wants to talk. Maybe he made the challenge. We'll get to him coming up, Sean. He made the challenge to you via voice memo. And now he's on the phone line.
That's it. I want to talk to Zach. Let's go.
That's coming up. Weekend watch list. And we have the YouTube chat later on. And I have these Franklin Institute tickets that we're going to give away.
Ooh, yeah.
Middays and Marks, 97.5.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Painter on a break. I'm Nick Earnshaw with your Fanatic Sports Update. The Phillies sent rookie Andrew Painter back down to AAA a few days ago after starting his MLB career with an ERA over 7. Dave Dombrowski spoke to the media yesterday about what the plan is going forward with Painter.
Well, he's going to throw a couple sides to start off, and then we'll determine when you put him into the actual game. I don't know if it'll be a week or 10 days, but it'll be sometime in that time frame.
Phils have the Mets again tomorrow night as Christopher Sanchez is on the bump. The NBA draft is next week, starting on June 23rd, along with the NHL draft beginning June 26th. The FIFA World Cup is today, continues on as the U.S. plays at 3 p.m. and Brazil takes on Haiti in Philly. Make sure to tune in to Sean Brace at 6:30 for Fanatic FC. This update is brought to you by the Positive Coaching Alliance. Questions about youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help PCA, a national nonprofit, develops better athletes and better people through sports info at positivecoach.org. I'm Nick Earnshaw on your home of the Flyers, Sixers, and Union, 97.5 The Fanatic, and The Fanatic.
The San Loquido piece that came out with Carson Wentz, and
yeah.
So there was a lot of defense of Carson. I guess what I'm saying is, independent of Carson Wentz, does it feel like the Eagles have Jalen Hurts' back after everything that's been put out there in the media and everything?
I mean, I don't feel like they've run the bus over him, but I do remember when the Carson Wentz article came out. They went into a damage control mode. I think they had Carson meeting with some reporters afterward to give his side of the story and clear the air. And I don't know if their reaction this time around is a result of that, like a byproduct of, do we really have to do this every time, because it's really not necessary, or if it's because they just don't. I don't think it's because of their relationship with Jalen Hurts right now. I don't think that has anything to do with it. I think that it's Philly. This is going to happen. Stories are going to come out. It's been coming out even before Carson. So you have different people in charge now too. It's not Doug Peterson and his crew anymore. So I thought Howie didn't do the greatest job of backing up Jalen Hurts, but I also didn't think he was rolling the. Some people interpreted it as that's messaging from Howie. I didn't interpret it that way at all.
With Lamar, it's changed. You're right. He's won the MVP and he's never made a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And Lamar's not 25 years old, right? Josh Allen, as far as I'm concerned, needs to start getting criticized. Because if you're going to hold everybody to the same standard, then guess what, Josh, you haven't been to a Super Bowl. It can't be the team's fault every time. Joe Burrow took a terrible organization to the Super Bowl, right? So Joe Burrow, just by going to a Super Bowl, kind of gets checked off that list. It's like, all right, you're not in the same. No, like Justin Herbert. What are we doing here? Justin Herbert's not in this rookie contract.
Nope.
Justin Herbert's lost how many big games?
A lot,
right? Is it all his fault? It doesn't matter if it's all his fault. It doesn't matter. It's the quarterback. And Justin Herbert, how many playoff games has Justin Herbert won? Has he? Has he won one?
Didn't he just win one?
I think he won one.
I know he threw a bunch of interceptions in that one game against Houston. That was a loss, obviously. And I think last year he was able to get a win, right? Let me pull that up.
All I'm saying is, at what point do these quarterbacks start getting criticized? Lamar Jackson's fair game. He's not winning the big game. That's a good organization. Now they have a new head coach coming in, and I like Lamar. The dude just needs to get to a Super Bowl. Period.
He hasn't won one.
He hasn't won. Are you crazy? And when people talk about Justin Herbert nationally, oh my God, Justin Herbert, what a great quarterback, what a great player. Even the one time we were talking about him on the air. After he lost the playoff game, it was like, oh, that's the offensive line. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
But where are the details on Jalen Hurts? The only details we worry about are Jalen Hurts. Lamar Jackson gets a little bit of it.
You know the saying up the creek
Without a paddle?
Yeah. I love how everybody's like, go get Mike Trout, go get this guy, go get that guy, go get Christian Walker. What the hell are you going to trade for him?
Well, then that leads me to my next question for you.
Unbelievable.
When you look at their top 10 prospects,
yep.
Talking about the Phillies, Aiden Miller's still ranked number 1, although he's hurt. And number 2, quickly rising up the ranks, is Gage Wood. Would either one of those guys be untouchable for you at this deadline if it meant you could get that impact outfielder? Would you trade Gage Wood? Would you trade Aiden Miller? Because here's where I am, Ricky, before you answer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very concerned about the future of the Philadelphia Phillies, right? I'm very concerned that the farm system has been depleted. But at the same time, I don't believe it's going to be Gage Wood that's going to make or break this team 3 or 4 years from now. Because guess what happens 3 or 4 years from now? You got a lot of old guys on this team.
And
so you need to go all in now because it's your best chance in the next 5 years. If they don't go all in at this deadline and do everything possible to fix this lineup or fix the back end of the bullpen before Duran, maybe even get another starter, you're not going to win a World Series. And if you don't win a World Series this season, there could be a lockout next year. You might not have Zach Wheeler in 2028. Harper's going to be 2 years older. Schwarber's going to be 2 years older. Realmuto's going to be 2 years older. Trey Turner's going to be 2 years older. Like, you see where if you don't do it this year, the future does not look bright for the Philadelphia Phillies, and you don't have any prospects that are coming to save the day. So it's weird because I'm not sure, even if they go out at the deadline and they get an impact bat in the end.
We continue with your favorite butt rock hits. This is Trapped.
Yes. Bring me back, John.
This is a good
this one. This one's awesome.
You like this? This is a good one. See, I thought you were a little bit older. So, like right now, and I said to you, Nick Earnshaw, give me 3 songs that you would want to listen to right now. And don't hedge. Don't overthink it. Don't try to think on a good answer.
I mean, I'm a hip-hop guy.
Okay.
So Future, I would listen to.
Future.
March Madness.
All right.
I would also probably listen to a little Rihanna.
Oh.
Rihanna.
Yeah.
Okay. She got some hits.
She got some hits.
I have no problem.
And it's a little Drake. A little Drake in there.
Yeah.
All right.
Drake's the easy one.
Is that the easy one?
Yeah, that's the easy one. Everyone loves it.
Do they?
Iceman, John. It's a great album. You got to listen to
Iceman?
it. Yeah, it's got a couple good tracks.
Never heard of it.
Drake, the new album?
I can't tell you one song.
Not an Iceman guy, huh?
I can't tell you one song he's done. I just have such little interest in any of it.
Well, the one would be Janice STFU, and you would like that because it has a little Sopranos vibe to it.
Yeah.
Janice.
I'm okay. And
Or Shebang. Shebang. You might be a shebanger.
I like Shebang. That was She Bang, right?
She
That was
Bangs.
William Hung.
Minish on the beat. Shebang.
I'm also a classic rock guy, like Aerosmith, AC/DC, those types.
I don't like that.
Sweet Emotion.
Yeah.
See, I don't like that. I like grunge, early '90s alt rock, into the butt rock, and then like the alt. Mike liked the alt, and I didn't like that alt.
Oh,
That's where
Johnny,
Mike
this is
lost
the
me.
new one on the alt countdown. The alt
Right.
18 countdown, Johnny.
So on the serious channels, I don't like Alt Nation. It's not the. It's kind of like
I used to listen to Alt Nation. I don't anymore.
Yeah.
I just remember. Oh, Johnny, come on. New Cage the Elephant. You
Right.
don't know this
I
one.
like Cage the Elephant, actually.
It's number 1 in the alt 18.
Yeah.
Hey, and then you would get in his car. I remember I drove with him one time, and he had the alt.
Oh,
had
he
the
likes
alt
them.
rock.
He
Yeah,
likes
Alt
them.
Nation. Yeah.
He also requested originally when I started working with him, he gave me a list of songs he wanted for returns, and he had Nickelback. I'm like, yo, bro. I'm like, you can't.
I do remember this.
You can't do Nickelback.
No.
Well, why? That's show. He goes, why? That song rocks. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. Like, just trust me. It's a credibility thing.
We had many arguments about music on that show. I remember really getting mad about Pearl
Good
Jam.
music guy.
Yeah.
He didn't like Pearl Jam.
No, it wasn't that. It was Pearl Jam didn't play like the one concert I went to. They didn't play like Jeremy. They didn't play. And he's like, how did they not play that?
Well, he's right.
They got a million songs.
Doesn't matter.
I guess it dies.
It doesn't matter. If I go to a Pearl Jam concert, you better play Jeremy.
They have 100 songs. Their catalog is literally chapters.
Play the 8 that I want to hear and keep those other ones for Amazon Music.
Now, you know what's cool is the one time that I did go see Pearl Jam. They played the full 10 album down there.
That'd be something.
On my birthday, too. It was, dude, it was unbelievable. I got goosebumps just talking about it. All of a sudden, they open up at once. Like, wait a minute, wow. And then he goes in, and next thing you know, you're like, dude, they're playing the full 10 album. And they did it was an anniversary. I forget what it was.
Pearl Jam is not butt rock, although it has elements of butt rock.
It definitely has some butt rock elements. And it just starts and ends with Eddie. Eddie's a butt rocker, dude. I don't know. I think we'd have to argue that one. I think Eddie is in the butt rock genre.
We got just listen.
Yeah.
Let's let Google decide it. All right, is Pearl Jam butt rock? I'm telling you, 'cause I was doing this last night because I didn't want to include ones that weren't. Pearl Jam is not typically classified as butt rock. While Eddie Vedder's raspy vocals were heavily imitated by post-grunge bands, Pearl Jam's considered one of the defining bands of the original grunge and alt-rock movement.
Yeah, you don't want to be disrespectful, but I thought we said butt rock is not being disrespectful.
It's not.
Yeah,
but the copycatters that became butt rock came because 94 was Pearl Jam, right?
Sure. Yeah.
That wasn't butt rock. So they were doing it for a good 5 years before butt rock started.
Yeah. Jeremy spoke. I've been listening to that band for decades, and I still don't know the words. I just sorry, she said, have I got to you?
Oh, was your daddy? But they are the words. Aren't they the words?
It's a butt rock Friday, baby.
All right, do we have a weekend?
Oh, we do.
Watch
Johnny.
party?
Yes, we do.
What do we got?
Hit me.
It's time for the weekend watch list. With Sean Brakes.
Let's do it. Little weekend watch list. Yeah, we open up, of course, this afternoon. USA, USA, USA. If you don't know, now you know. United States men's national team exploded on the scene World Cup action in their opening victory over Paraguay. Now go for the second win today against Australia, 3 p.m. in Seattle. Now the Australians shocked many when they defeated Turkey 2-0 in their first match. But I'm telling you right now, this is an American team full, as my mom would say, of piss and vinegar, John Marks. I love the red, white, and blue. I am all over it. Of course, there's many different ways to wager on soccer, just to let you know. Three-way action, so don't get caught up. The draw is in play on three-way action. You get USA at -160 there. Or you could take them straight up on the money line, which is -400. Takes the draw out of it, but that's a little pricey. Here's where I'm at. United States finally have a striker. He scored 2 goals. His name is Florin Balogun, and he dazzled in that game with a pair of goals. I'm going to go +150 anytime by the man named as Flo. At the top, anytime goal today. That's at 3 p.m.
What's the money line on Australia?
It's expensive. Oh, on Australia?
Yeah, I'm going Australia.
No,
outright.
John. No. Can't allow it.
Yeah. I'm rooting Australia today.
Dude.
I think they win. They pull the upset.
Dude.
I'm going with the Aussies.
No,
Get me
dude,
them outright.
you cannot do that. Tie no bet on the Aussies. +290. So money coming in.
Okay. All right.
Oh, we got breaking news.
All right. Stop the...
Breaking sports news from 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
That's all right. I like this. Christian Pulisic has been ruled out.
Get out after I said he was playing.
Well, we didn't know.
Do they... so you had said this is a...
It's a deep team.
U.S. is favored.
Correct.
They should win with or without him.
Correct.
So it's not one of these things where he needs to be dragging his leg on the field to try to
It
win.
would be better if he did play, but I believe in the talent that they have on this roster, including Brendan Aronson. I don't know who'll be stepping in. We'll find out soon. Of course, Medford's own Brendan Aronson, Philadelphia Union's own Brendan Aronson, or Giorena, who scored.
Oh, he's on the Union.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, he was. Now he's across seas.
He's too good.
Yeah, they sold him. That's what happens. These players get really good and they sell them.
Right.
All right, bring the bet back up.
He probably has to restart.
Oh, did you kill it? Never mind.
Oh no, so I'm definitely taking Australia on the money.
No,
Yep.
don't do it.
Did that line move?
Yes, it did. Little bit.
Damn it, I didn't get it in.
All right, keeping it moving. Number 2 on the weekend watch list. There you go. Nice work, Nick. The 79th edition of the Men's College World Series. Do you hear it? Ping, 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 ping. No, that's not Ray's bed frame hitting the back of the wall in Jamaica. No, that's those metal bats in Omaha.
Yeah.
We got UNC in Oklahoma. That gets started tomorrow. Of course, both teams went 3-0 in bracket play. Face off, best of 3. You can get the Tar Heels at -180 on the money line for the series, or the Sooners plus 155. I will tell you this much: UNC, better pitching. Better pitching. Man, they got some flamethrowers down there.
I don't know if you saw the changes they want to make to the MLB draft. We don't have enough time to do it. Really, what they're doing is they're saying, we don't want to pay for the minor leaguers anymore. We're going to shorten the draft. We want everybody to go to college.
It's crafty.
Then we'll draft guys out of college. You won't be able to draft high schoolers anymore.
Yeah, I hate it all.
I don't. And they're going to eliminate minor league teams. That's what they're going to end up doing.
Absolutely.
Which I don't like that.
Yeah, save money.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw Eric Kratz comment. Did you know he was a 39th pick in the draft?
Yep.
Or 29th round. All right, keeping it moving. Finally, U.S. Open, third major of the year. Shinnecock Hills is where we're going. Now, yesterday, we had a whole bunch of nonsense due to the weather. How about this? Heading into this tournament, 5 modern U.S. Opens hosted at Shinnecock Hills. Only 3 players out of 654 competitors finished the 72-hole tournament under par. We are off and running. A lot of golfers are crushing this course right here, right now. Still plenty of golf to be played. Wyndham Clark, 7 under as we sit at this point in time. That's your weekend watch list.
All right, coming up, Zach, hang tight. We'll get you and the YouTube chat recap and everything else. Middays of the Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic. All right, check it out. Going on right now. So it is actually live right now. So I'm sure my guy Maniac Malloy and Feldman's over there. So, and I wish I could have made it over there today, but I have stuff going on. But there's a great place to watch the game. It's over at the Bet Parks Sportsbook app at Parks Casino, starting at 1 o'clock today. So it's ongoing right now. They're having a watch party. They're doing everything you're looking for. Soccer Fest, that's right. World Soccer Watch Party. The game starts at 3 against Australia. So what does that mean? Soccer jerseys, great swag, drink specials, and more, because you're watching every match from the soccer tournament live in the BetPark state-of-the-art sportsbook. Included is a 156-foot high-definition video wall. It is the ultimate viewing experience. That's at Parks Casino. Join the fun. Everything that's going on, different sports, different matches. Check out the World Soccer Hub on the BetParks app as well. So if you can't make it out, just check it out on the BetParks app. Daily odds boost, player and team props, and more. Check it out. BetParks Sportsbook at Parks Casino. That's in Ben Salem tonight. Game starts at 3. It's going on right now, right off Street Road, right off the Pennsylvania Turnpike. Details at betparks.com. You must be 21 and in PA, New Jersey, or Maryland. Gambling problem. Call 1-800-GAMBLER. With Lamar,
it's changed. You're right.
But he's won the MVP and he's never made a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And Lamar's not 25 years old, right? Josh Allen, as far as I'm concerned, needs to start getting criticized. Because if you're going to hold everybody to the same standard, then guess what, Josh, you haven't been to a Super Bowl. It can't be the team's fault every time. Joe Burrow's took a terrible organization to the Super Bowl, right? So Joe Burrow, just by going to a Super Bowl, kind of gets checked off that list. It's like, all right, you're not in the same. No, like Justin Herbert. What are we doing here? Justin Herbert's not in this rookie contract.
Nope.
Justin Herbert's lost how many big games?
A lot.
A lot, right? Is it all his fault? It doesn't matter if it's all his fault. It doesn't matter. It's the quarterback. And Justin Herbert, how many playoff games has Justin Herbert won? Has he? Has he won one?
Didn't he just win one?
I think he won one.
I know he threw a bunch of interceptions in that one game against Houston. That was the loss, obviously. And then I think last year he was able to get a win, right? Let me pull that up.
All I'm saying is, at what point do these quarterbacks start getting criticized? Lamar Jackson's fair game. He's not winning the big game. That's a good organization. Now they have a new head coach coming in, and I like Lamar. The dude just needs to get to a Super Bowl. Period.
He hasn't won one.
He hasn't won. Are you crazy? And when people talk about Justin Herbert nationally, oh my God, Justin Herbert, what a great quarterback, what a great player. Even the one time we were talking about him on the air, after he lost the playoff game, it was like, oh, that's the offensive line. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
But where are the details on Jalen Hurts? The only details we worry about are Jalen Hurts. Lamar Jackson gets a little bit of it.
You know the saying up the creek
Without a paddle?
Yeah. I love how everybody's like, go get Mike Trout, go get this guy, go get that guy, go get Christian Walker. What the hell are you going to trade for him?
Well, then that leads me to my next question for you.
Unbelievable.
When you look at their top 10 prospects,
yep,
talking about the Phillies, Aiden Miller still ranked number 1, although he's hurt. And number 2, quickly rising up the ranks, is Gage Wood. Would either one of those guys be untouchable for you at this deadline if it meant you could get that impact outfielder? Would you trade Gage Wood? Would you trade Aiden Miller? Because here's where I am, Ricky, before you answer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very concerned about the future of the Philadelphia Phillies, right? I'm very concerned that the farm system has been depleted. But at the same time, I don't believe it's going to be...
Let's go there.
I like the bookend that you did. You opened with Creed, and we're going out with Creed.
Nick Earnshaw.
Oh, nice work,
I don't know
Nick.
if that was by design or just how the role was. Did you follow the order that I put?
I followed the order.
You did.
See?
It wasn't even really designed. Well, it kind of was designed like that, but I wouldn't have cared if you jumped around.
I'd go see Creed concert for S and Giggles.
I would not. No, you're not going to see Creed.
They came to Hershey last summer, and friends of mine from Scranton came down, and they texted me and wanted me to go, and I couldn't go.
And you said no. Yeah, you've proved my point.
You got to weigh these things.
But you also like live music.
Yes.
Depending on the venue. I can't tell you the last time I saw live music. I want to go to the Red Rock Amphitheater.
Oh, God, yeah. I've been to Red Rocks. I didn't see a show there, though.
Have you seen the place, though?
Oh, yeah. We went up there.
Did a tour?
Ran around. Yeah, it's unbelievable. It's perfect.
I'd like to see Sublime
Oh, yeah.
up there.
I could just smell the air right now.
Nice, clean smell.
Follow me nose.
I got to do it soon. As you get into your 50s, go on the Red Rock for...
Ah, man.
Well, they have nostalgia bands up there all the time.
Oh, absolutely. The 420 shows are the best. Hey, man. Not that busy.
All right, the 1 o'clock hour of the program is always brought to you by Morgenstern Hair Restoration. It's great teams stick together. So does great hair. Morgenstern Hair Restoration Championship results. Visit them, morgensternhair.com, 610-831-HAIR. Let's go to Zach in Northeast Philly. So Zach earlier pledged that he challenged Sean to a bowling game because Saturday night you're going to be at, is it Brooklyn Bowl?
Brooklyn Bowl.
How about that?
Zach's going to go. And if you win, Zach has to wear a diaper.
Can't wait.
Adult diaper. Zach, how are you?
What's going on, guys?
Zach?
What's going on with you?
Great to have
what's going on, guys?
Great to have you. How we been?
Oh, we're doing good. Excited to talk to you guys. Love you guys.
Have you ever worn an adult diaper before?
I have not.
Okay. I'm just checking.
Unfortunately.
Are you a bowler, Zach?
Yeah,
are
you're
you
a
a bowler?
Average bowler. At best. If we're bowling, and if it's going to be dark, it's going to be horrible for me. I was going to give you like 20 pins, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Well, I'll take the 20 pins. Is it going to be dark?
No, don't.
It's going to be, it's going to be.
I'll give it to you. I think it might be a little dark. I think they're going to set the mood a little bit.
Yeah, a little rock and roll style. They pay the electric bill down there. It's not going to be pitch black.
You're not going to need night vision.
You're not going to need candles to see the damn.
A little Step Brothers action. Yeah, maybe.
Yes, beautiful.
All right. Well, listen, Zach. By the way, you're going to be initiated into the original whack pack of Middays with Marks and Sean and Ray.
Yeah.
Because
let's go.
Well, if you're going to say you'll wear an adult diaper if you lose a bowling match, that would mean that shouldn't he be initiated? In the
I'm
whack
definitely going to do it.
Okay. All right.
Zach, I'm looking at your Instagram. He's a man that enjoys some ice cold beverages from time to time. I dig that. Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. Let's have some fun Saturday night at Brooklyn Bowl, 6 to 8, head to head. You win. I hook you up with a Club Hurts T-shirt. I win. You're wearing a diaper, and we'll figure out the details of following that.
Yeah, we said Ray can come over and sit with you when you wear the diaper. Perfect. Now, are you going to pee in the diaper? Or you just wear it?
No, you got to pee.
Of course. What are you talking about? You got to pee in it.
Yeah, we got to let you. We're going to film this. Yeah,
What have we done?
Dude, I got to win. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to.
All right, you'll see Sean.
Side note, first concert.
What's that?
First concert was what?
First. No, I want to know yours. Come on. Let's go.
Your first
We're
concert.
up against it, right?
Yeah. Mine was, believe it or not, Poison. Montage Mountain.
Oh, God. At Montage?
Damn right.
That must have been so
Tell me
bad.
nothing but a good time. How can I resist? Ain't looking for nothing but a good time. And it don't get better than this.
So give me this. Butt Rock has aged well. That era has not aged well.
Oh, come on. I can jam Poison
That's
right now.
Brutal. That's a brutal song.
Every rose has its thorn.
Brutal. Def Leppard is good. Still good.
Def Leppard still cranks.
Still good.
Motley Crue cranks.
Not for me, but Motley Crue's not Poison. Poison's crap.
I'm not trying to sell you on Winger or anything.
Poison's crap.
Poison was great.
Yeah, in '87, it might have been great for you.
Brett Michaels is rolling in his grave right now, John.
Is he dead?
No, I kid.
Let's get to the YouTube chat recap. What do we got there, Shaw?
It's time for the YouTube chat recap.
How about filling us in?
Let me tell you something else, man.
Watch us live on YouTube every single weekday.
I can't lie. Let me tell you something.
It's the Middays with Marks YouTube chat recap.
Get up.
Marks looks like a Metro version of Captain Lou Albano.
That's a good one.
I love Captain Lou. I used to call Captain Lou's 976 number. It was 976 for Lou. And what did he do on that? It was just some recorded message where he did the Captain Lou stuff.
Captain Lou.
You know what a 976 number is?
No
Nick?
idea.
You know what a 900 number is?
No.
Oh, my God.
I just remember Captain Lou from Mario Brothers. I don't really remember Captain Lou, the wrestler.
Well, he's the manager.
Oh, he was the manager. Who did he manage? Do you know off the top of your head?
He was originally, I think he was a heel manager, and then he was managing, well, he was with Cyndi Lauper in one of the original WrestleManias.
Wow.
So he was the manager with Cyndi Lauper, and I forget who else.
He was in that video.
He was in the video.
He was
Girls
the
Just Want to Have Fun.
Yes. Great tune, too.
Love Lou
That one
Albano.
still hits.
It does. So a 976 number, or more prominently a 900 number, was a pay-per-minute number. And typically later on it was for adult conversation. But this wasn't with Captain Lou. It was 976 Lou, and you would call, and he would give you, like, the Captain Lou. Captain Lou was a wrestling manager.
Learn something new every day.
So I don't know why. I called it from my grandmother's house. I would say, can I call Captain Lou? And she'd say, okay. And it would be like, $1 a minute or something. All right, what's next?
I don't think it's a female sitting next to Rasta Ray who just took off their shoes. If it was, then she would have took off another article of clothing.
Hey, now.
Yeah, Ray said she wasn't necessarily attractive. What do you think Ray's doing right now?
Ray's
playing?
boozed.
Hey, Ray.
He's boozed up, living the high life right now.
Is he awkwardly sitting in the...
Who knows?
In a seat?
Now I'm starting to get irked with Ray. Ray has just totally changed the vibe. He's getting put on jumbotrons.
How about that?
He's getting suggested for
Everybody loves him.
Everybody loves Ray. It's not just Raymond.
But when I worked with Mike early in my career, I got crapped on all the time.
Yeah.
And it was, and I understood it, right? That you're initiated. Ray's the darling from the minute he gets on the radio.
They actually like him in the chat.
They
That
like him
tells
in
you
the
everything you need to
chat.
know.
Everybody loves Ray.
We got to take care of that. We got to make him where people don't like him.
He's not going to be with us long, John. He's going to be high society somewhere. Oh, he picked up.
He's going to be in high society doing
play-by-play. Somebody's going to sign him.
Probably.
Peacock.
He's going to be doing, he'll be doing play-by-play. Like women's lacrosse.
Yeah, there you go.
Women's soccer. That's where you got this from.
How about that?
So good. What's next?
I might need to put my pineapple shirt on and make a visit to Center City tonight.
Yeah,
what time do bars close again?
4? A few of them do. 4 a.m.
There's special ones that do.
Yeah, there's a few of them. Hey, this weekend's the weekend to get out. Brasilia?
Yeah, it's not a bad weekend to be around.
I'll be out.
All right, what's next?
Pasta for lunch is Jeffrey Dahmer level lunacy.
Yeah, I agree with you. It shouldn't be on a top 10 list, right? I don't know. I mean, have I had pasta for lunch before? Of course I have. I've eaten lunch for a lot of years.
Pretty heavy.
Yeah, I don't want to eat pasta. Now, salad and breadsticks? I ate Olive Garden last weekend. Chicken parm and takeout last weekend. Yep. And I saved like a third of the chicken parm and some of the salad for the next day for breakfast.
Nice.
Yep.
Chicken parm in the morning. Love it.
Man, it's good. All right, any more?
Just heard from Ray. He found a hot Jamaican chick and is getting married. He will not be returning to the station or the United States for that matter. He said thanks for everything.
Yeah, he'll be back.
Yeah, he can't. Yeah, he won't stay over there.
No.
He's too young for that.
No, he's too much of a star in Philadelphia. And his family. He's a family.
Correct. The family. That's the thing. If you're a little older, you could stay, but no.
Sure. All right, we will see. So, Sean, tonight you're doing a soccer
Dude,
show.
I'm so busy. 6 to 8:30 tonight, live casino. Back here tomorrow, 10 a.m. Then 2 p.m. at Chester. Then at 6, Brooklyn Bowl. Then back here on Monday.
You have 2 events and you're working tomorrow?
Yeah.
And you have an event.
It's the summer.
And you have a broadcast tonight.
It's the summer of Sean.
Well, I'm not doing any of that, which is good with me. Nick
Good for
Earnshaw, thank you very much. Addison did a fine job in her inaugural performance on the show. Thank you very much. Coming up next, Ricky's in studio today as well. Bill and Ricky, see you.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic.
With Lamar,
it's changed. You're right.
He's won the MVP and he's never made a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And Lamar's not 25 years old, right? Josh Allen, as far as I'm concerned, needs to start getting criticized. Because if you're going to hold everybody to the same standard, then guess what, Josh, you haven't been to a Super Bowl. It can't be the team's fault every time. Joe Burrow's took a terrible organization to the Super Bowl, right? So Joe Burrow, just by going to a Super Bowl, kind of gets checked off that list. It's like, all right, you're not in the same. No, like Justin Herbert. I mean, what are we doing here? Justin Herbert